Yeah. Hey, good evening, everyone. I see a lot of people chatting with each other in the chat section. Nice, nice, nice to know that you guys already know each other. Yeah. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, we have Kunal also. Kunal Raval. Nice, nice. Just give me a sec, okay? Just give me. Yes. Okay, a lot of people. Oh man, 175 people. Nice. Yeah. How are you all? कैसे हैं सब? Fine. Nice. Okay. हाँ हाँ बिल्कुल मुबारक आपको भी सेंचुरी मुबारक. Yeah, I am also doing good. Thank you. Seems like you guys are quite excited about the backend module, right? Yeah. Okay. Nice, nice, nice. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I, don't worry, yeah, we have just started. I'll tell you a lot about backend, and after the end of 2 months, you guys will be a industry-ready backend developer. Okay. I'll introduce myself, who I am. And first of all, I hope my audio and video are clear. Can you give a quick thumbs up? Okay, cool, cool, cool. Nice, nice, nice. ठीक है, ठीक है. Um, nice. Okay. Audio not clear. Uh, is it with everyone? Is my audio not clear? Clear. Okay, ठीक है, ठीक है. Nice, nice. Okay. Yeah, yeah, don't worry, don't worry. Just have some patience, have some patience. I'll tell you who I am, what are we going to study, everything, right? I'll tell you everything, right? Okay. ठीक है. Let me do one thing. I'm not Kunal Kushwaha. Uh, guys, have some patience, okay? Have some patience. Don't worry. You guys are excited, I know. Yeah, hello. Okay. Vibhuti, do you know about me? Have you studied from me before? No. Okay. Nice. Okay. Let me do one thing. Yeah, I hope my screen is visible to everyone. Yeah, Virat. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Exactly. I'm a fan. Okay. Anyways, yeah, I hope my screen is visible to everyone. Okay. Cool. Again, first of all, good evening and welcome to the backend module, right? Um, and first of all, congrats. You guys have really worked hard. That's why you guys are here. Okay, okay. So how many of you have studied from me in module one? I think some of you recognize me. No, me, yes. Okay, nice. Okay, cool. Nice, nice, nice. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. No worries. Okay, nice, nice. Chalo. So as you guys know, this is the backend development module. Again, let me do one thing. Let me do one thing. I'll, yeah, is my audio lagging? Guys, but let me confirm is audio and video clear. Then only we'll go ahead. Guys, if okay, it's perfect. Okay, I think it's with your network. So please check your network again, right? Okay, let's start. Okay, now please cool down. Please cool down. It's not possible for me to have a look at so many messages at once. So please cool down, right? Let me start. No worries. I'll give you a lot of chance to speak, right? In my classes, students speak more than me. Okay, don't worry. Okay, so as you guys know, this is the backend development module, and you guys have already cleared a lot of modules, right? That's why you are here. So I don't need to tell you that what your job is, why you guys are here, and all those things. I don't need to tell you that. Okay, I'll first of all introduce myself. So my name is Kunal, right? You can see on the screen as well. So my name is Kunal, right? And I'll be the instructor for you guys for this module. I'll be your instructor and I'll introduce myself. So I'm currently a backend engineer at Disney Plus Hotstar. I'm a backend engineer at Disney Plus Hotstar, and I hope everyone has heard the name. Anyone who has not heard the name? Okay, great. Yeah, yeah. I know the first thing that you guys maybe want to ask is, do I have a free subscription and can I get you guys? Yeah, yeah, I know. Uh, uh, it's fine. Yeah, I have a free subscription. Yes, 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 yes. I have. I know. That's the first question everyone asks. So when I cleared Hotstar, so my friends were not interested in the interview experience. They were interested in the free subscription, right? So yeah, I can definitely give you referrals, right? So whosoever works, yes, like me and Tushar, we both were batchmates at NIT Allahabad. So I have done my BTech from NIT Allahabad, NIT Allahabad, and I just yes, I think people have already stalked me. So my yeah, so I was the department rank 4 out of 114 students in my batch. So I was the department rank 4, and before Hotstar, I interned at Expedia Group. I interned at Expedia Group in my third year of college. Then I joined them full time as a machine learning engineer, ML engineer. And when I joined them, after 1 and 1.5 months, I got into Hotstar. So now currently I'm in Hotstar. And right, and what else to tell? About my great. I see a lot of people from Allahabad. Anyways, I think next month I'll be coming to Allahabad because I have my convocation ceremony, like the ceremony on which you get the degree. So next month is there. So maybe we can meet, right? Yeah, definitely we'll schedule a meetup, definitely, right? And I have been teaching from past 2 years. So um, I taught competitive programming and machine learning to my juniors in college, and then after college I have taught in a couple of startups like AccioJob, right? And with AccioJob I am with AccioJob from past 7 to 8 months, and so in AccioJob I have been teaching DSA before backend. So I don't know whether you guys know this or not, but you guys are the second batch of the backend module. We started this module with the previous batch only, and so you guys are the second batch. So previous batch was the first one, and the module was a super success. Everyone enjoyed the module, and at the end, people were really happy with that. Yeah, you guys are third batch, not second batch, third batch. Okay, yeah. And so before, and I have been teaching DSA at Accio, then I took backend module. And apart from that, I am a part of the AccioJobs mentor hiring team. So the mentors who take your mock interviews and all those things. So I take their interviews to hire them at AccioJob. So I have taken around 150 plus interviews for AccioJob. And so I hope you guys give mock interviews and all those things, right? So those mentors who take your interviews, I am the one who take their interviews, right? And right. So yeah, I think that's pretty much about me. And like rest, I see once we start going, we will get to know each other better, right? Abhi first class here, so I would like to know about more about you guys. So let's do one thing. Arey, see, Spring, Node.js, React.js, which to do, how to get a good placement, how to get into Hotstar, everything will be done. Okay, it's the first class. Have some patience, right? Okay. Let's do one thing. Quick heads up. Just write in the chat the place from where you belong, the city and the state. Allahabad, Delhi, Mumbai, Mathura, Mumbai, Faridabad, Nander, Mumbai, Jaipur, Howrah, Rajasthan, Ahmedabad, Pune, Ballari, Kashmir, Kerala, Bengaluru, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, Vizag, Indore, जयपुर, पुणे, पुरी, ओडिशा, कोटा, राजस्थान। नाइस नाइस नाइस, कोटा से भी हैं लोग। ओके। रांची, नंदेड़, इलाहाबाद। हरियाणा, हरियाणा में कहाँ से हैं लोग? गुड़गांव। ओके। इलाहाबाद। नाइस, इंडिया। ओके। ओके, so I am from a city called Sirsa in Haryana. Has anyone heard the name? I am from a city called Sirsa in Haryana. Anyone from Sirsa or Hisar? Anyone from Sirsa or Hisar? Sirsa से है क्या कोई? Anyone? Vivek, you are from Sirsa. Sonipat. Okay. 3 hours from me. I think Hisar people might know me. Hisar, Sonipat, all these people might know the name of Sirsa. Right. So I am from Sirsa. I'm currently in Sirsa itself because my job is a permanent remote job. So, like, what are your views? Is permanent remote job good, or do you guys want in office? I have a permanent remote at Hotstar. Remote is best. Work from home. Okay. Okay. Hybrid. Okay. Okay. I think I see. I know it's everyone, like everyone have their own choices, but for me, I think remote is better because what I can do is I can wake up at 9:30 and still join the office at 10. So I think for me, remote is better. Anyhow, because when I was in Expedia, I had to go to office, so I had to wake up at 7:30 or 8, and traveling and all those things. So these things. Yeah, you can have a dinner alongside. We will start learning in 10 or 15 minutes. I just want to have a little talk with you guys, right? Okay. And yeah, I know. So on LinkedIn, you might have seen that whenever a good match happens, people start praising about Hotstar, right? So that's because of the strong backend structure of Hotstar, right? Because Hotstar has a very good backend infrastructure. I'll tell you more about it once we start going in the module, once we start learning. Okay. And so, okay, I think that's pretty much about the intro about myself, and we'll get to know each other better once we start, right? Okay. What about Netflix? Yeah, Netflix also is also very good, and in fact, it's one of our biggest competitors. So I think in world there are three, like the top three players are Hotstar, Netflix, and Amazon Prime. And in India, Hotstar is at number one. Like in number of subscriptions, we are the number one. We have the most number of subscriptions in India. And yeah, I think you guys might have seen a lot of posts on LinkedIn that Hotstar is so good and all these things, right? So, okay. And definitely I can refer you guys. So at the end of 2 months, whoever will do very good, right? Make your resume very good, be very good in your backend skills and DSA skills, of course. Right. And I'll be happy to offer you, and I'll be happy to work with some of you guys alongside with me in Hotstar, right? I'll be very happy to do that. Yep. Yeah, Hotstar has permanent remote for engineering teams. Okay, for engineering teams, Hotstar is permanent remote. Okay, no worries. We'll yeah, बता देंगे, right? We'll get to know each other better. You can connect with me on LinkedIn, right? Feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn, right? And yeah, चलो ठीक है. Okay, cool. I think yeah, Chirag. I think I'll be very happy to meet some of you in the Hotstar, if not all, right? And yeah, so let's begin. Okay, let's begin. Um, See, I'll tell you what this module is all about. I'll tell you what we will cover in this module, and I'll tell you how I teach. Okay. I know every instructor have their own way of teaching. I'll tell you my way of teaching. And see, I know that when you join a new class or whenever you join a new course, okay. So let's be a little serious now. Okay. Don't worry, I'm not that serious, but let's start clear. Let's start. Okay. Voice not clear. I think it's something with your network. I hope my voice is clear to everyone. ठीक है okay चलो I'll tell you how I teach. See, I know when once you join a new course or maybe a new tuition or whatever it is, a new course or whenever a new instructor comes in, everyone have one expectation that the teacher should teach us well, right? No, I totally understand that part because I was also once a student, right? And so what happens is that if teacher is not teaching well, then half of our confidence is already gone, right? We feel that, see, teacher is not going to teach us well, then how are we going to learn it, right? I totally understand that fact. And one thing that I can promise you from my side is that I'll be giving 100% in every class, right? I'll be giving 100% in every class that I take. And and I know you guys have this expectation that whatever this guy knows, whatever he's doing in Hotstar, voice is low. Voice is low. No. Maybe I think your system voice might be low. So okay, okay. Now if you guys want, I can change my earphones. Okay, okay. Yeah, I'm totally open to feedback, right? After every class, if you want, you can message me on WhatsApp, and if you want, you can just DM me on Zoom as well. I'm totally open to suggestions, right? See, the whole point is you guys should understand, right? The whole point is you guys should understand, okay? And I don't know if any one of you have studied from me before or not, but you can ask from the previous batch how did I teach them, right? And whether I was open to feedback or not, right? It's totally fine, okay? Um, so yeah, I told you that I understand you guys have a lot of expectations from the teacher. You guys want to learn everything that I know so that you can also get into a company like Hotstar. Everyone has this dream and you should have this dream, right? You should have this dream. Okay. Um, but the way you have some expectation, I also have small expectations from you guys. And the expectation is that be sincere, okay? Be sincere and be regular. That's it, okay? I don't expect you to be very intelligent in terms of IQ. Even I am not very intelligent. I am a very average guy. I'll be very honest with you guys. I'm a very average guy. So if a person takes 10 questions to learn binary search, I have to solve 30 questions. Okay. But the point is I make sure that I solve these 30 questions. I never run away from this fact that I have to solve 30 questions. The point is I make sure that I solve these 30 questions. Okay. So I am a very normal guy, a very average guy. Right. So yeah, I'll be taking concepts in mix of both Hindi and English. I'll make sure that everyone understands because I know a lot of people are from South as well, so they are not comfortable in Hindi. So I'll make sure that person, like both the people are totally clear. Okay, both the people are totally clear. Don't worry. Okay. So the only expectation that I have from you guys is be regular in the classes and attempt whatever we are doing in the class after the class. Okay, just revise that, attempt it. That's the only expectation I have, right? And yeah, apart from it, I'm open to feedback, right? I'm open to feedback. If you feel that something was not clear or um something is not going well, maybe the pace of the class is not good, you want to reduce it, you want to increase it, whatever it is, feel free to let me know. Okay, you can message me on WhatsApp. I hope everyone is in the WhatsApp group. Anyone who is not there in the WhatsApp group yet? Because I'm little less active on Discord. So okay, I see a lot of you are not there. Just ask your batch managers. Okay, they should be able to help you out. Okay, we have two WhatsApp groups, so make sure you join both of them. So please ask your batch managers, right? Because I am little less active on Discord. So whatever announcements, whatever materials I'll be sharing, so everything will be done on the WhatsApp group itself. Okay. So the name of the group is Backend January or something. Okay. It's some sort of Backend January or something. Okay. Right. Yes. Okay. I'm coming to class timings and all the entire thing. Okay. Yeah, spring January. Yeah. I don't remember the exact name, but it's some sort of that. Okay. So make sure you join the two WhatsApp group. That is very important. And again, please, after seeing my writing, don't think that I am a doctor or something. I am an engineer only, but with a very bad handwriting, right? So please sorry about it. Right. Um, right. So just join two WhatsApp groups. Okay, one is an official WhatsApp group where only admins can send the message, so I'll be sharing the reading materials and all these things on that group. And one is a general group where you guys can discuss among themselves your doubts, or and I'm also there in that group. I also help you out people, right? So one is a general group, right? That is the structure of the groups that we have. So make sure you join both the groups. And regarding the classes, I'll tell you how they'll go. So we will have classes. I don't know how you guys have been attending classes till now, right? But I'll tell you how I take classes. I generally the classes will be of 2 hours from 9 to 11, right? They will be generally of 2 hours from 9 to 11. And after 11, I'll be taking doubts, right? See, I don't take doubts at the beginning because it wastes the time of other people. So people who don't have doubt, their time is wasted. So once the class is over at 11, people who want to leave, they can leave, and people who have any doubts, they can stay back. Okay. That's going to be the structure of the classes, right? Um, yeah, I told you, like there is no perfect timing. Like there is I won't say there is a specific time that okay, the class doubt session is a 1 hour or something. If you guys have doubts, you can stay with me for 2 hours also. If you don't have doubts, we can simply end the class at 11 as well, right? So that is the funda, but I don't want to waste everyone's time in the doubts. So that is the thing. Okay. Some of you are saying, can I take class from 8 to 10? Actually, the thing is that I'll tell you what is the problem in 8 to 10. And believe me, like 9 to 11 will be fine. 9 to 11 will be fine. I'll tell you what is the problem in 8 to 10. Sometimes we have, like, I have meetings in with teams of other countries, right? So like we have a team in Hungary. Disney Plus has a team in Hungary. So sometimes we have meetings at that time. And I don't want to do this that someday your class is at 8 and someday your class is at 9, then you guys will get confused. Okay. So it's better to have one timing so that at least you know that, okay, at this time our class is going to be there, right? Okay. Uh, right. Yes, this module is totally practical, right? We'll be learning stuff, we'll be building cool things, right? I'll tell you what all we'll be learning. I can tell you that as well, right? So yeah. Okay. And see, Spring is the most widely used backend framework. So like at Hotstar, I would say that more than 90% of the code is written in Java Spring Boot, and rest of the code is written in Golang. Okay. There is no Node.js or something that we use in Hotstar. Very, like I think very few teams use Node.js. Okay. And it is the case with all the big companies, Flipkart, Myntra, Amazon, whatever company you take. So big backend. So I would say very resilient backend structures are written in Spring. Okay. So I hope you guys might have seen posts regarding Hotstar on LinkedIn, right? That their backend is so good, they can scale so much, right? So all of this is possible because our entire structure is written in Spring Boot, right? Our entire structure is written in Spring Boot, right? Yeah, startups use Node.js, right? See, when your company is small, then people use Node.js, but once you grow to a very large scale, then at the end you have to shift to something like Spring, right? So at the end, you have to shift to something like Spring. Okay. So AccuJob use Node.js because it's not because the number of users is not that much. Okay. We have around 5,000 users. So for that, Node.js can work. Okay. For that, Node.js can work. Okay. Okay. Chalo. I'll tell you what all we'll be learning in this module, right? And okay, chalo. Let's see. Uh, yes, Accio is a kind of startup. You can say we are still in a startup stage, right? Yeah. Okay. So I'll tell you what all we'll be learning. So see, the backend module is of 2 months of duration. Okay. So please focus here. The module will be of 2 months, right? The module will be of 2 months. And after 1 month, you will have a module test. So people who clear module test will move to the month 2, and others will have to repeat module 1, right? The way you have been doing till now with other modules. That is the first thing. Now I'll talk about what all we'll be covering in both the months, right? Just a quick overview, right? See, this module is about backend development using Java. Okay, this module is about backend development using Java. In Java also, we will use something called a Spring Boot. Okay, don't worry about what is Spring Boot and all those things. Everything will be super clear. For now, just remember that we'll be doing development using Spring Boot, right? Spring and Spring Boot. Okay, one thing. Another thing is in month 1, what we'll be learning is we'll be learning some of the very basic yet very important concepts. Okay. So for example, today I will give you a quick revision of OOPS, right? I know all of you have studied it before, just a quick revision, right? We will learn about collections in Java. We will learn about collections in Java. We will learn about multi-threading. We will learn about multi-threading, right? Don't get scared by these names. Like the names are tough, but the things are not, right? That's my guarantee. OOPS, collections, multi-threading, will be building a lot of mini project kind of things, right? So We'll be building a bank application. We'll be building a Spotify type of application, not the full-fledged application, but just, a very basic application to understand the concepts. Okay. So I hope everyone knows what is Spotify. Can anyone write in the chat what is Spotify? Tell me. It's a music app, right? Exactly. It's a song streaming app. So we'll be building a very basic version of it, right? Not the complete Spotify, just to understand the concepts. Okay. We will be making a pizza billing app and all these things, right? So this month will be more about learning the concepts, making small things out of it. And in module two, in month two, believe me, month two is something super cool. Okay. In month two, we'll be building two major projects. Okay. One is the clone of a Book My Show, right? I hope everyone knows what is Book My Show. So we will be making the backend of Book My Show, right? We'll be making the backend of Book My Show, right? And the second project that we will be making is Paytm type of thing, okay? An e-wallet application, okay? An e-wallet application like Paytm. We will be having transactions, we'll be having all these things, right? So we'll be building these things in the second month, okay? And in second month, we will learn everything from beginning till the end. What is Spring Boot, how it is used in industry, everything will be coded in industry pattern. Okay. I won't teach anything which is at a very basic level or something. Everything will be the way we do in industry, right? The way I write code at Hotstar every day. Okay. So we'll be doing this. Okay. And then towards the end of the module, we will be, and see, this second project, Paytm project, will be built using concepts which even people with 1 or 1.5 years of industry experience don't know. Okay. So we will be using Redis and Kafka in this. Don't worry, don't get scared by the names, I'm just telling you. Okay. We will be using Redis and Kafka in this project. So these are the things which even people with 1 or 1.5 years of experience don't know, right? And you can ask from the previous batch, they guys were super happy, they understood everything, and they understood everything very well. Okay. Right. But now the question is, before we start the module, why we are doing this, right? Why only DSA is not sufficient? That is the question. Okay. I'll tell you one thing. All of you are here to get a job, right? All of you are here to get a job, right? Now the thing is, and I'm assuming all of you are freshers, you haven't done a software job before, right? I'm assuming this, right? No, we won't be deploying these projects, but I think deployment is something which maybe after the module ends, we can take a master class or something on deployment. That's not an issue, right? But the main curriculum is not about deployment, it's about learning, it's about learning backend, okay? Right. See, whenever you are a fresher and applying to any company, DSA is something which is very important, right? DSA is something which is very important. What I will say is that 80 to 90% of your interview will be based on DSA. Will be based on DSA. Okay. 80 to 90% of your interview will be based on DSA, right? So now you guys will say that if 80 to 90 is based on DSA, then why to do backend? Why not to do DSA only, right? I'll tell you one scenario. Now let's say I and one more person is appearing and one more person X is appearing for the interview, right? Both of us have very good DSA skills. Both of us are equally good in DSA, right? But I am a person who has done backend development, who has learned about the Spring Boot and all these things, right? See, nowadays what happens is that companies want to spend as less time as possible in training a candidate, right? Simple, very simple funda. They don't want to waste time in training a candidate. They want a person who can just join and start working right away, right? Who can join and start working right away. So whatever we will be doing in this module is totally industry oriented. Everything will be taught in such a way that you can directly use them in a company. Okay, you can directly use them in a company, right? So any one of you, each one of you who clears this module very nicely, learns every concept, you guys will have a great edge over those people who are already good in DSA, right? But please don't take it as an escape from DSA, right? Don't take it as a meaty gori from DSA that okay, if we are good in backend development, we can skip DSA. Never, right? Never. This is a big no. DSA should be first priority. Make sure that you are solving at least 1 to 2 questions of DSA every day, right? Please don't leave practice. This is something which will help you increase your package from, let's say, 5 to 8. If you are already getting a package of 10 based on your DSA skills, you can get a package of 13, right? This is something which will help you increase your package. But if you think that only on the basis of backend development, I will end up a job. So I think that is something you should not think, right? Being very fair, being very honest, I don't want to give you any false hopes or something, right? I'll be very honest with you guys. Please don't take it as an escape. Please don't take it as an escape from DSA, right? Okay. And how much of DSA is useful while building the backend stuff? I think if you have a basic knowledge of DSA, that should suffice. Okay. You don't need to be very advanced in DSA. Basic working of how hash map works, how, all these things work, right? Okay. No, DP won't be required. DP graph trees won't be required in development. Okay. DP graph trees, all these things won't be required in development. Okay. Where do you use DSA in company? At a lot of places. So let's say I'm writing a code in, I'm writing a code, the backend code for a service. And previously I was, let's say, using a tree map. Okay. I'm giving you a very basic example. Previously I was using a tree map, and let's say that, okay, for 1 crore Hotstar users, tree map was working fine. But let's say that tomorrow a very good India-Pakistan match happens and the number of users went to 2 crores. Then at that point of time, my tree map might not give me a very good answer. So I have to switch to hash map, a normal randomized hash map. Okay. So like a very basic example, but yeah. I would say that it's not that you need to have very high level advanced DSA skills. No, you just need to have basic understanding of how maps works, how arrays works, and all these things, right? How strings work and all these things in Java, right? Okay. Yeah, you need to have a basic understanding of recursion as well, just the basic understanding, right? And don't worry, I will never do this, that when I'm teaching something, I'm assuming that you already know this. Okay. I will let you know that what I am assuming, and if you guys still have any issues in that, I can take up that part as well. Okay, that's not going to be an issue, right? Yeah. Okay. Now one more thing, the project that the software that I will be using in this entire module is IntelliJ. Okay, this will be the IDE. I hope every one of you know what is IDE. It's integrated development environment, something like VS Code, right? I think VS Code is something you guys might be using. Okay, VS Code. So the IDE that I'll be using is IntelliJ, and I will strongly recommend to everyone that please use IntelliJ if possible, right? Again, I am not saying it's mandatory. I am not saying it's mandatory, right? But it will be very much helpful if you can use IntelliJ. The only drawback is it's a little heavy software, right? It's a little heavy software. But if your computer is able to support it, then I will strongly suggest to use IntelliJ. There is a reason for it. Okay, there is a reason for it. The reason is that most of your batchmates will be using IntelliJ for sure. I can guarantee you that most of you will download IntelliJ and use it. Okay, I will be using IntelliJ for the entire module. Now, what happens is, let's say I'm doing something in IntelliJ, so you guys can also do it along with me. If there is some error, I can help you out. But for other IDs, what we have to do is we have to figure out the internet, right? We are like, even I will have to search on the internet that, okay, how to solve this error on VS Code or something, right? So Eclipse, it's fine, you can use Eclipse, right? It's fine, you can use Eclipse or VS Code. No, don't go with NetBeans, right? Don't go with NetBeans. Eclipse or VS Code is still fine, but again, very strong recommendation for IntelliJ, right? Please, very strong recommendation for IntelliJ, and believe me, IntelliJ will make your life super easy, right? IntelliJ will make your life super easy. You will enjoy developing with IntelliJ. It's very simple and everything is super easy in IntelliJ. Okay, so make sure that you try to do IntelliJ, but don't think that, okay, if we don't have IntelliJ, we should leave the module, right? Don't do that. Okay, but IntelliJ is the best one. Okay, okay, chalo. Now let's move to the next part. So this is about the IDE that we will be using, and I have told you just some basic topics that we'll be studying. Obviously, once we move in the module, once we progress in the module, everything will be clear that what we are going to do, right? So that is the way I do, right? And I already told you, right? Feel free to let me know whatever doubts you have, right? And just to tell you one more thing. See, okay, have you done any kind of development before in Accio job? Any kind of project making or something? Have you done this before in Accio? Okay, yes. ठीक है. ठीक है, if you guys have done, that's good. Just to tell you, let's say you are using IntelliJ, okay? Let's say you are using IntelliJ. So when I'll be writing the code on IntelliJ, I might be using some kind of shortcuts or something, right? And I know it personally. Then when a teacher is using an ID, he assumes that students know what is the shortcut for this. Like these basic things, teacher assumes that student knows, right? But I know that student doesn't know these things, right? Because I also was a student and I didn't know these things. So the point I'm trying to tell you is feel free to ask whatever you want, right? If you feel, if you feel that there is something that you really don't know, feel free to ask, right? Feel free to ask, right? Right. Even if let's say you don't know what is 2 plus 2, ask me, right? Ask me, right? But at the same time, what I will want you guys to do is before asking a doubt, think that if you know the solution, right? See, what is the difference between a live class and a YouTube video or something? Can you guys tell me? What is the difference between a live class and a YouTube video? Interaction, okay. Exactly. See, whatever I'll be teaching you, it's not that you can't find it anywhere, okay? You have a lot of tutorials out there on Spring Boot and all these things, right? My job as a teacher is to make you guys think. My job as a teacher is to make you guys think, right? Information is something you can get from any YouTube video or any tutorial as well, right? My job as a teacher is to make you guys think, right? So make sure that you keep your mind active while you are in the class, right? That's it, okay? And feel free to ask whatever doubts you have. That is very, very important. And again, I told you I'm open to feedbacks, right? And at the end of the class, you can DM me, you can message me on WhatsApp, whatever it is, right? And yeah, I think that that's pretty much about the overview of the module about myself. And obviously, Abhi, jaise we will start, we'll get to know each other better. That's for sure. And just one last thing, and I'll start with the module then, officially start with the module. I like to keep my class very interactive. Okay. I don't know whether you guys, how much interaction you had in the previous module with the instructors, but I like to keep my class very interactive. At every point of time, I will ask you a lot of questions, whether you understood this or not. I will ask you a question. I will ask some answer from you. Feel free to reply in chat, right? There is a reason for it. There is a reason for it. See, classes will be from 9 to 11. Classes will be from 9 to 11. And it's already the peak of winters in many states, right? At my place also, it's the peak of winter, right? And I know a lot of you are already in your blankets attending this class. How many of you are in your blankets attending this class? I know a lot of you are there. I know this. Yeah, I know. It's totally natural, right? It's totally natural, right? I don't have the option because I have to write, so I don't have that option. But yeah. So the point is, if only I will keep on speaking and you guys are listening, that then I will also sleep and you will also sleep. Simple funda, right? Right. आपकी voice low है. Okay, just give me a minute. Hello. Is it better now? Okay. ठीक है. I have removed my earphones. ठीक है. Anyways, चल. Much better. ठीक. चलो. ठीक. Yeah. So what I was saying is that please be very interactive, okay? And see, I'll tell you, there won't be even a single class where I'll keep my camera off, right? Why? Because I really want you guys to be attentive. I know when the camera is off, half of the interest is already gone, right? If the instructor is in front of you, he is speaking and you are seeing him on the screen, obviously the attention remains, right? The attention remains. So in every class, you will see that I never keep my camera off, right? No matter whatever is the condition. And I'll be asking you a lot of questions. So please make sure that you reply in chat, okay? That you reply. And and just one more thing. See, I understand the importance of this entire setup for you guys, okay? I understand that why you have joined Accio, why you guys are giving fees to Accio, right? All of you want to get a job, right? Simple funda, right? And no gyan that paisa does not matter and all these things. It matters, right? It is the thing which matters. Simple funda, right? No gyan, nothing, paisa matters, and it should matter, right? All of you want to get a very good job. Yes or no? All of you want to get a very good job. Anyone who is here just to get knowledge? Anyone who is saying, I don't care about knowledge and job, I just want to get knowledge?
right? If anyone like if anyone has that thinking, then I think it's okay if you even leave Accio, that's totally fine. Okay, everyone wants a good job, right? Simple fun. Okay, just give me a sec. Someone is there. Just give me a sec. Yeah, sorry, someone was there at the door. Okay, everyone wants to get a job, right? Simple fun. Okay, see, I myself am from a very small town in Haryana, right? And like I am from a very normal background. My father is a very small government employee, right? And he supports two families. So I totally understand the importance of money in life, right? I totally understand the importance of money. See, you guys are around 206 to 2, like let's assume you guys are 200 people in my batch. Okay, let's say after 2 months 190 of you get a job. Let's say after 2 months 190 of you get a job. Now tell me one thing. If I go out and tell to everyone at Accio and everyone to outside that 190 of my 200 students got a job, so what do you think what people will say? Am I a bad teacher, or am I an excellent teacher? If I tell that 190 of my 200 students got a job, what do you think people will say? Obviously people will say that I am a good teacher, right? I am a good teacher, right? But try to understand, those 10 people who didn't get a job, don't they have a family to support? Don't they have a family to support? Right, I am assuming that on one person of at least 4 to 5 people are dependent, right? I am assuming that on one person at least 4 to 5 people are dependent. Okay, I am assuming this. Okay, so if 10 people are not getting a job, then 40 to 50 people are going to suffer. 40 to 50 people are going to suffer. Okay, 40 to 50 people are going to suffer, right? So my only motive is that if there are 200 people in my batch, not even 199, I want each 200, every one of you to get a job, right? Because I understand that if even one person is not getting a job, then the happiness of those 199 people is equal to the sadness of that one person. I totally understand this, right? I totally understand this. Okay, because because the importance of job is same for that for that one guy, for that one guy. Okay, I'm not trying to make you senti or something, but the only thing that I'm trying to tell you is that when I teach, the only motive I have in my mind is that everyone who is there in this class should get a job. That's because everyone has a family to support. Simple fun, right? Right. And for that fact, I'll always be honest with you guys, and I expect honesty from you guys, right? Be honest, just work very hard for the next 2 months. Okay, and I guarantee you there will be no shortcomings from my part, right? Yeah, I know, I totally understand that all of you require a job very bad, right? I totally understand. I totally understand. Okay, you guys have paid fees to Accio. I totally understand that fact. Okay, and it's not easy to um, give fee for you guys. I totally understand that fact. Okay? Because I am myself from such a background. Okay, I am myself from such a background, right? And that's why I even work hard till now, right? See, I have a very good job at Hotstar, right? In terms of money, I don't really need to do something. I have a very good job. I can just do that job and be happy, right? So why am I teaching here? Right? Just because I enjoy teaching a lot. And now I want to help other people. I genuinely want to help other people who are from a background like me, or maybe even their condition is not that. Okay, right? So take quite a lot of gyan, but take anyways. I think these things are important to talk, because anyhow from today onwards we will only be studying. So, but yeah, these things are important to talk. Yeah, and the only request I have from you guys is please cooperate with my writing. Right? Don't say that your writing is very bad. I know it's very bad, but cooperate with it. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Arvind. Thank you. Okay. So, can I start? Should we start the module? Okay. Okay. Chalo. Let's start. Okay. बाकी पूछते रहना है, just keep on asking doubts. We have a lot of classes. We'll be there for 2 months together, right? We'll be there for 2 months together, so totally fine, right? Chalo, let's start the module. Okay, let's start the module. So what we'll be doing in today's classes, all of you have studied OOPS in AccioJob, right? Yes or no? Object-oriented programming. The concept of OOPS, right? All of you have studied. Cool, very nice. Still, I know some of you might not be that comfortable. I totally understand that. Let's do one thing. Let's have a quick recap of OOPS in the next half an hour. Okay, let's have a quick recap. I won't be obviously teaching you the entire OOPS from starting. I'll be just giving you those concepts which are important for our module, right? Which are important to take this module forward. Okay, make sense? Good to go. OOPS revision. ठीक है? OOPS revision. ठीक है. Cool. Chalo. People, if any of your doubts are still not clear, just focus here. Everything will be super clear. Okay. Chalo. Can you guys quickly tell me what are the 4 paradigm of OOPS, 4 pillars of OOPS? Chalo. Quick responses in the chat. What are the 4 pillars of OOPS? Very good, very good. I think you guys are already very intelligent, right? Exactly, right? First one is inheritance. Second is encapsulation. Very good. Third is polymorphism. And fourth is abstraction. Right? Abstraction. Very good, very good. Okay. What is inheritance? I don't want a vague answer. I want an interview wala proper answer. Anyone who would like to unmute and tell? Anyone who would like to unmute and tell? You can raise your hands. Yes, Vivek, go ahead.
Hi, sir. Good evening.
Yeah,
The main property or the main use of inheritance is inheriting the properties of parents class in the child's class by using extends keyword.
Exactly, right? I think Vivek has given a very good answer. Inheritance means, right? Inheritance is an English word, okay? Inheritance is an English word. Inherit means to get something, right? To get something from someone, okay? You inherit your property, you inherit the property of your parents, right? You inherit the property of your parents. Your parents don't inherit anything from you, right? You don't have anything to give to your parents. Your parents give you everything, right? So inheritance means getting the properties of the parent, right? This is the English term of, this is the English meaning of inheritance, right? Now let's just try to translate it to Java. That's it, like. So what do I mean by parent in Java, right? Let's say I have a class. Let's say I have a class, okay, right? Tell me one thing. If I have to make class A my parent, how can I make it? How can B can make class A its parent? Extends, right? Exactly. Extends it, right? Extends it. Very good, right? Very good. So this means that B is the child and A is the parent. A is the parent, right? Fair enough, fair enough. Everyone knows this, right? Everyone knows this. Now, what does it mean? What does it mean? It means, let's say there is a function called funin. Let's say there is a function called funin. Okay. Tell me one thing. If I write it like this, how do I put it? B obj equals to new B. And if I write b dot fun, tell me what will happen. Will I have some error, or like what will happen? Or like, exactly, fun will be called. Fun will be called. Fun of which class will be called? Fun of which class will be called? Class A, right? Class A. Exactly. Fun of class A will be called. But do you see? I never wrote fun in my class B. मैंने तो कभी नहीं लिखा. I never wrote fun in class B. Still I am able to access it, right? Still I am able to access it. Why? Because B is the child of parent, right? B is the child of parent, right? B is the child of parent. So whatever your parent has, you also have that. You also have that. This is the simple meaning of inheritance. Right? This is the simple meaning of inheritance. Yes, ये जायदाद है, right? Exactly. आपके पेरेंट्स की जायदाद आपकी है, right? You can use it as you want, right? You can use it as you want. Okay. Now tell me one thing. Just a minute. If let's say there is a function called fun1. There is a function called fun1. And if I make an object of class A, can class A use this function? Can class A use this function? No, class A will never be able to use it, right? Parent can never use the function of child, right? Parent can never have the properties of child, right? Simple funda, right? Very, very simple. I hope inheritance is clear to everyone. Any issues in this part? I'm going very slow because I want you guys to be super confident in that. Okay. Okay. Cool. Very good. Right. Sure. Let's move ahead. What is encapsulation? Anyone who would like to unmute and tell? What is encapsulation?
It
Hello,
is a process
see,
wrapped.
yeah, just a minute, just a minute. See, at last I said that a child can use all the properties of parent, right? So B can use all the properties of A, all the methods, all the variables, everything. But A cannot use anything of B, right? A cannot use anything of B. This is what I said at last. Shashank, is it clear? This is what I said at last, right? Okay, yes. Who was there? Yep.
Hello.
Yeah. Hi, Tejas.
Yes. So actually encapsulation means wrapping up data member and data functions into the one single unit.
Very good, very good. So Tejas is saying that encapsulation means wrapping data and wrapping code and data together. Okay, very good. Anyone who would like to add anything into this?
Yes, sir. It provides security so that
Very
we
good.
don't get any unpredicted or unrealistic data.
Very
So
good. Very
for
good.
that we use getter and setters.
Very good. Who was this, Ashish? Very good. Very good, man. Very good. Right. Encapsulation means it's not just about data binding. It's not just about data binding. It's also data hiding. And in fact, data hiding is the very important part of encapsulation. Okay. Data hiding. What is data hiding? What is data hiding? Basically having proper access modifiers. Can you guys tell me what are access modifiers in Java? Like, give me some example of access modifier. Access modifier kya hote hain? Give me some example of access modifier. Very good, right? You have private and the last one is public. What comes in between? What comes in between private and public? Yes, default and protected. Default and protected, right? Very good, very good. Achha. What is okay? Tell me what is the scope of private? What is the scope of private? Yes, it is within the class, only class. Yes, it is only within the same class. Yes. What is the scope of default? Same package, exactly. Same package. Scope of protected. Yes. Package and the child classes, right? Package and the child classes. Okay. Again, sorry about this writing part. Child classes. Okay. And what about public? Public means everywhere. Janhit mein jari, right? Public means Janhit mein jari everywhere, right? Janhit mein jari, right? So public means everywhere, right? Yes, it's Sarvajanic, right? Okay. Achha, now tell me one thing. Honestly, tell me. When I studied this thing for the first time, and when the person who taught me this thing, and he told me that make a variable private and make getters and setters for this. The only question that came into my mind is what kind of madness is this? They are declaring a variable and then accessing it through a function. How many of you have this question in mind? What kind of madness is this? Declaring a function and declaring a variable and accessing it through functions. I think a lot of at least I had this question, right? And no one cleared it for me, but eventually I had to learn it on my own, right? But I'll help you guys. Okay, I'll help you. Okay. Achha, tell me one thing. All of you at some point of time might have used a bank application or may have seen your parents using a bank application at some point of time. कभी ना कभी तो जिंदगी में देखा होगा ना बैंक कैसे वर्क करता है, राइट? अच्छा, ठीक है. Tell me one thing. let's say you have an account in bank. So in the software of bank, you will have a variable called balance, which will keep your balance, yes or no, right? Right, you will have a class called account, and it will have a variable called balance, yes or no? It will have, right? It will have, okay. Now tell me one thing, when you withdraw money from bank, let's say your account has 1,000 rupees. Can you draw 2,000 rupees? Can you withdraw 2,000 rupees if your account has 1,000 rupees? No, you cannot do it, right? But now tell me one thing. If I don't keep this value as private, and if I directly give you the access, so since you are a backend developer, you know how to code the things. What you will do is you will make account A equal to new account. You will make an object of account. You will directly set balance to -1,000. Yes or no? You will simply subtract 2,000 from it, right? Tell me, will Java give any error on this? Will Java give any error on this? If balance is not a private variable? Java is just a language. It doesn't know that you are trying to do some fraud, right? Java will do whatever you are writing, okay? Java will do whatever you are writing. But now I made this value as private. So what I will do is I will make a function which is set balance, right? I will make a setter set balance, right? And I will ask the amount from you. Inside this function, I can keep a check that if amount is greater than balance, I will not allow you to update. Tell me, do you guys get this part? That in this function, I can make a if condition that if the amount is greater than balance, then don't allow to withdraw. Tell me, can I do this? Right? Yes, I can do this, right? Yes. Yeah, I'll again repeat. See, what I'm saying is, if I directly give you the access to this variable, you can set it to any value you want, right? Okay, right? But is it a good idea? That I give total access to the customer that he can manipulate his balance as he wants? Is it a good idea? No, right? The whole economy will come down in just one day, right? So what do I want to do is, I want to give him some limited powers. That, okay, if he's doing something, I should check what he's trying to do. How can I do it? I can make it private and I can put those checks inside a function. I can make a function and then put those checks inside a function, right? This is the importance of having access, right? And that's why we have getters and setters in place. Okay. Is this clear to everyone that having that getters and setters is not a madness? It's a very good thing. Is this clear to everyone? Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. Cool. Okay. So this is about encapsulation. Okay. Please repeat. Which part do you want me to repeat? Which part do you want me to repeat? Getters and setters. I think you guys might have studied this. Now, see, getters and setters are nothing but functions to access the value of a private variable and to set the value of a private variable. Haven't you guys studied getters and setters? पढ़ा नहीं है क्या? Some people are saying no, some people are saying yes. Okay. Okay, it's fine. If some of you have not studied, it's totally fine. I will code it today and I will show you what are getters and setters. Okay, it's totally fine, right? For now, just remember, it's fine, right? Don't worry. I'll tell you what are getters and setters. For now, just remember that encapsulation means data hiding plus data binding. Data binding means keep code and the functionalities together in a class, and data hiding means having proper access to it. That's it. Okay, that's it. Don't worry if you don't know what are getters and setters. I will tell you what they are. Okay? Okay, cool. Sure. Then comes polymorphism. Okay, Okay, would anyone like to unmute and tell me what is polymorphism? Yes, Sunil, you can go ahead.
Hello,
Yep.
sir.
Yeah, hi Sunil.
Yeah, sir. In the name itself, it's called as many forms. Like poly means many, and morphism means forms. Like we can access the different number of arguments and different data type of arguments and order of arguments. Based on this, we can access the functions. Like let me say an example. If we sum the values of int type and float type and double type, if one type is int and other type is like float,
Mhm.
doing this by method of overloading and method of overriding process.
Exactly, right? Very good, very good. So polymorphism is very simple thing. Polymorphism is very simple. Guys, can you please mute? Right. Polymorphism is very simple. It's basically the sabzi of paneer with many variants. Shahi paneer, kadai paneer, and all these things, right? The main ingredient is still a paneer. Only the form is changing, right? It is having different forms, right? This is polymorphism, right? And the restaurants earn a lot by having this polymorphism. Okay. Anyways, so let's come to the technical part. Polymorphism means having many forms, right? Having many forms, okay? Having many forms, right? Okay. Now, can anyone tell me what are the types of polymorphism? What are the types of polymorphism? Guys, please mute. If you're not speaking, just be on mute, okay? Exactly, right? Compile time and runtime polymorphism, right? Compile time and runtime polymorphism. And what is compile time polymorphism? The specific name, overloading, exactly, right? It's method overloading. And what is runtime? Method overriding, right? Method overriding, exactly, method overriding. Very good, right? Let's have a quick recap of what is overriding and what is overloading, right? So what is overloading? Would anyone like to unmute and tell what is overloading?
Hello,
Yes, who is this?
sir. This is Amir. So,
Yeah,
sir,
yes,
yeah,
Amish.
method. So overloading is like changing the method parameters and the return type of the data type they are returning. So by which we can have multiple forms of that same function. Like say if we have add function, we can have different data value returned from that. So that is compile time method overloading.
Exactly, right.
Yes,
See.
sir. Oh, okay. Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought.
yep. Thank you, Amir. I think that's okay. I got it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So see, overloading means let's say a class A has two functions. Okay. Let's say a class A has two functions. One is this, and let's say the return type is void. Let's say the return type is void. Now let's say I make another function with the same name. Let's say I make another function with the same name. Now what I can do is I can either change the number of arguments. Let's say I can just pass int A. Okay. Or maybe I can change the return type. Okay. I can still pass both int A and int B. I can maybe change the return type. Okay. So apart from the function name, you have to change something. It can be return type, it can be the number of parameters, it can be the type of your input parameters, it can be anything, right? But when you keep the function name same, but something else is changed, this is called method overloading, right? This is called method overloading, and it is compile time. It is compile time. Why? Because when you make an object, so at the compilation only, see, when you will call this function, right? Let's say you call this function a dot fun, right? And you pass 5 and 3. Okay, you pass 5 and 3. Okay. Now let's say you don't store the value of this function. Let's say you don't store the value of this function. What does it mean? What is the return type of this function? If you are not storing the value of this function, what is the return type? If this function is not returning anything, it's void, right? If it's void, right? So your compiler will know at the compile time itself that, okay, it is not returning me anything, so it is of the void type. Then what it will do? It will go into the class A and it will see which function is void. Okay, this function is void. So it will execute. This is called method overloading. Right? This is the simple example of method overloading. I think all of you would have studied this. I'm just,
Hello,
you know,
sir.
yes.
So if we have two functions with names as long and int, then which one will be called when we call the function?
Sorry, I didn't get you. Can you please repeat?
As you said, if we don't call a function with name, the void function will be called.
Mhm.
And if we have two functions with different names, like a long and integer,
Mhm.
and when we are calling the function having the same names, which one will be called?
So it depends on how you are using it. Let's say if you are storing the answer of the function in a long data type, then the function which is returning long will be called. If you are returning the answer, if you are storing the answer in an int variable, then the function whose return type is int will be called. Okay.
Okay, got it. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So this is method overloading. I know some of you are getting bored because you guys have studied it before, but it's just the first class, so I don't want to make it very boring or something. Right. Okay.
Sir, what's the advantage of compile time polymorphism?
What's the advantage? Okay. Okay. I'll tell you one thing. Okay. Okay. Let me give you a very practical example. Okay. Okay, tell me one thing. All of you have used some kind of social media, Instagram, Facebook, or something. Okay. All of you have used some kind of social media. Yes, you guys have used. Okay. Okay. You guys might have uploaded some kind of photo or video also. You guys might have uploaded some kind of photo or video also, right? Now tell me one thing. Let's say if I am uploading a photo, it can be in the JPEG format, right? But let's say that tomorrow Aman is uploading a photo which is in PNG format, right? Both the formats are different, right? But tell me one thing, when you upload the photo, do you mention anywhere that, okay, Facebook, I am uploading a PNG photo, okay, Facebook, I am uploading, or is the process of uploading same for everyone? Is the process of uploading same for everyone? It's same for everyone, right? You just upload the photo, click on upload. That's it, right? That's it. Then how does Facebook know that which function has to be called to upload it? It will check the data type of the photo, right? If it is a PNG wala photo, it will call the function of the PNG wala photo. If it is a JPEG photo, it will call the function of the JPEG photo. But you don't have to worry, right? You don't have to worry. This is the benefit of having method. Right, and it is same for everyone. Everyone will see the same box of uploading, right? The function name will be same for everyone. Upload, right? Does that make sense? Okay, check. So yeah, I'll always give you real life examples. Okay, I won't give you any vague examples because that's anyhow not going to make you understand. Okay, so let's move ahead. Let's go to overriding. Okay, let's go to overriding. This is also called runtime polymorphism. Okay, sure. Now what is method overriding? Would anyone like to again unmute and tell me?
Am I audible, sir?
Yes.
So basically, for example, we are having a function with the same name and same parameters in parent class also and in the child class also.
Okay.
So during when we run the program, so how will we decide that which function which we have to run? So using this concept of overriding, it is decided. For example, we are having the same function in the child class also, and we have made an object of parent class. So if we want to use that function, so that overridden notation we can use. Annotation we can use, and we can use by this method we can use the same function.
Exactly, right? Exactly. Some people are saying 1.5x and 2x, so it's fine. No, actually the thing is I speak a little low. Maybe that's why you guys are finding him fast. I speak a little low because I have to take care of everyone, right? His speed was normal, my speed is low, right? So yeah. I think he explained it very well. Right? Oh, I think Arvind, right? It was Arvind.
But it was me, Pranshu.
Okay. I think he explained it very well, right? Okay, sure. Let's say I have a class A. Let's say I have a class A and I have a function called fun in this. Okay. Let's say I have a function called fun in this. Okay. And let's say it sout. I hope you understand what is sout. Sout means system.out.println. Sout. Okay. Right. Sout. Okay. Yeah. Let's try to have some fun. Okay. Let's say it will say Virat. Okay. Let's say it will say Virat. Okay. Let's say I have a class B, which will extend class, right? Which will extend class. Okay. So can you guys tell me which is child and which is parent in this line? Which class is child and which is parent?
B is the child class.
Exactly. B is the child class and A is the parent class. Right. Very good. Right. Okay. This is the structure that I have. This is the structure that I have. Okay. Now tell me one thing. If I make this, if I make B obj equal to new B, and if I write obj dot fun, what will be printed on the screen? Will it be error or will it print something? What will happen? Tell me, what will happen? Virat will be printed, right? Virat will be printed. Acha, tell me one thing. Is this method overriding that I have written? Is this method overriding? No, this is not method overriding, right? I haven't made any similar method or something. It was just one method and I called it. That's it. Okay, that's it. Now let's spice the things up. Let's say I have a same method called fun in this, and it s outs Rohit. Okay, now I think some people will beat me up. Now if I call obj.fun, then what will be printed? Tell me, what will be printed? Now this time Rohit will be printed, right? Exactly. Now this time Rohit will be printed, right? But how does Java figure out that I have to print Rohit? See, when you are compiling, fun is same here, right? Now at runtime, Java will see that which object is calling the function, which object is calling the function, right? So what is happening? Child, see, the object of class B is calling the function. So this function will be called, which is there in class B, which is there in class B. Okay, this function will be called, right? This is called method override. This is called method override, right? See, everything is same. The function is void, function is void. I am not passing anything, I am not passing anything. Return type is void, return type is void, right? Everything is same. So how it is deciding? It is deciding at the runtime which function has to be. Which function has to be, right? This is called method override. This is called method override. Now, let's try to think of a real world example, okay? Let's try to think of a real world example, right? Let's try to think of a real world example. Sure. Again, a very beautiful and a very normal example, right? All of you use what we call social media, right? All of you use social media, right? Okay. And all of you post something on the social media, right? All of you post. Now listen to me very carefully. You guys will enjoy this example, okay? You guys will enjoy this. See, Facebook. Let's talk about Insta. I think no one uses Facebook right now. Even I don't use it. Insta is something I think a lot of you will be using. I also use it a lot. Let's say there is an option to upload a story on Facebook, right? There is an option to upload a story on Facebook, on Insta, sorry, on Facebook also. So what Insta would have done is they would have a class story, right? They would have a class story, okay? And in this, there would be a functionality to post, right? There would be a function to post. There would be a function to post. Okay. Achha, tell me one thing. When I log in into my account, right? When I log in into my Insta account and I post a story, when I post a story, what happens? Will that story appear on my account or will that story appear on Abhishek's account if I am posting a story? What will happen? If I am posting a story, so who will be the post? No, don't say both. I am only saying that whose account will that story belong to? Who will have the power to control that story? Me, the person who has called this post function, right? Now see how this will be happening at the Instagram spec. There will be a class called Kunal. When I made my account on Insta, I will extend all the functionality that Insta has. So one of the functionality will be story, right? Whenever I am doing something in my account, Kunal's object is doing something. And when I will call the post method, so Insta's software will recognize that who has posted the story. See, post function is same for everyone. Post function is same for everyone. So how does Insta recognize that with which account I have to associate the story? With the object who has called the story, with the person who has logged in, right? With the person who has logged in. Now let's say tomorrow Prince has logged in. Prince will call it like this, Prince.post, right? So Insta will know that, okay, the story posted by this method belongs to Prince. The story posted by this method will belong to Prince. This is the example where method overriding comes in. Is this clear to everyone? The real life examples of overloading and overriding. Is this clear to everyone? ऐसा नहीं होता है ना कि if I am posting a story, then Vikas is accessing my story. Vikas is the owner of my story, right? It never happens that way. Right? If I am calling the post function, it will belong to me only. It will belong to me only, right? It will belong to me. ठीक है? Cool. Okay. Crystal clear. Sure. ठीक है. This is about polymorphism. The last hoop functionality, that is abstraction, right? Abstraction. Okay. See, these examples are very basic examples that I am giving you to just make you guys feel. It's not that everything happens in this way. Obviously, things are very complex, but I'm just giving you an example to make you understand the things only have. Right? Last thing is abstraction. Okay, so who would like to unmute and tell what is abstraction?
Can I go ahead, Kunal?
Yes, who is this? Yeah, Dinesh.
Dinesh here. Yeah. So Kunal, abstraction. So it is a process where we used to hide the implementation details and just showing the functionality to the user. Like, so there's a classic example. When you drive a car, you don't need to know the functionality how a car is working inside. So you just drive it, right? So yeah, that's it about the abstraction, and we can use the abstraction in Java using two ways. First, using abstract class, and second using interface. So that's about it.
Yes, very good, right? Abstract class, and second is using interface. Very good, right? I think he explained it very well, right? So what is abstraction? Abstraction means hiding unnecessary details from the user, right? Hiding unnecessary details from the user, right? And in Java, it can be implemented using two ways. One is abstract classes, and another one is interface, right? Another one is interface, right? Now, what do I mean by hiding the details, right? What do I mean by hiding the details? Yeah. Okay. Okay. I think Carval example is something everyone understands, right? Everyone understands. Let me give you another example. No, not ATM or something. Not ATM. Acha. You guys eat different variety of food, right? I think some of you will be veg, some of you will be non-veg. Someday you might be eating chapati, someday you might be eating rice. Okay. By the way, how many of you had your dinner? Anyone who is without dinner? I haven't taken my dinner yet. Okay. Okay. I have some people along with me to join the party. Okay. Yeah. I think we can have it after the class. Okay. Actually, like my work finished at 8:30 at Hotstar today, so I had to take the class. So anyways, we'll have it after the class. Okay, I'll end the class at 11 today, don't worry. Okay, so you eat different varieties of food, right? You eat different varieties of food. Now, please don't say me that we are engineers, we are not doctors or something, but I hope everyone knows this much part, that every food has to be digested differently. If you are eating sugar, it has to be digested differently by your body, and salt has to be digested differently. I hope everyone understands this much part, right? That digestion process is different for different types of food, right? It's for different types of food, right? Okay. Now tell me one thing. When you eat something sweet, do you tell your stomach that sweet is coming, please process it accordingly? When you eat salt, do you tell your stomach salt is coming, please process it accordingly? We don't think like that. We just keep on putting it in our mouth, right? We keep on putting it in our mouth. So what God has done is, he has made mouth as an abstract interface. It's an abstract interface. You put whatever you want, and what is happening inside, you don't care, right? You only see the effects in the morning, right? You only see the effects, right? You only see the effects. You don't care what is happening inside your stomach, right? You only see the effects, right? You only see the effects, okay? Right? Now, see, I am giving you an example because there is a reason for it. There is a reason for it. Okay, I know it's funny, but there is a reason for it. Okay, see, the thing that you are putting in your mouth, can I say this is input? Can I say this is input? Can I say this is input? Yes, I can say this, right? I can say this. And the effects that you are seeing in the morning, can I say they are outputs? Can I say they are outputs? Can I say? But tell me one thing. Did you worry how your input got processed? Did you worry how your input got processed? No, you did not worry about it, right? You are only concerned with giving the input and getting the output, right? You are not concerned with the how it is being processed, right? This is abstraction. This is abstraction. And I'm telling you this because Our entire module will be based on this. We will be making something called as API. Have you heard of this term API? Have you heard of this term API? Right? API. As a backend developer, your job is to build API. It's fine if you have not heard it. It's fine if you have not heard it. Totally fine. Right? Totally fine. The job of a backend developer is to create APIs. Right? My job at Hotstar is to write APIs every day. Right? My job at Hotstar is to write APIs every day. Right? So the job of a backend developer is to write APIs. Right? Now APIs are concerned with input and output. Right? APIs are concerned with input and output. Let me now take this example to a technical level. This was a funny example. Now let me take it to a technical example. I'll open my Chrome. Right? Don't worry, what is API and all those things, we'll have it. We'll look at later on. Right? This is Google. Let me search Virat. I searched Virat and I got this. Tell me one thing. What is Virat? Is it input, output, what it is? When I am searching on Google, what is Virat? It is the input, right? And the information that I am getting, what is it? This is output, right? Did you worry that how Google processed it? No, right? So this is an abstraction. This search homepage of Google is an abstraction, right? It is your mouth, right? It is your mouth. You can put in whatever you want, right? Okay. And you can get the output, but you don't worry how it is going to happen. This is abstraction. This is simple. Okay, simple. Okay, difference between abstraction and encapsulation. Okay. See, in abstraction, you hide the details from the user. Okay. In abstraction, you hide the details, how the things are working, right? In encapsulation, it's more at the data level, right? It's more at the implementation level. See, abstraction is not at the implementation level, it is at the functionality level. That okay, what is the functionality that you are providing and what is the logic that you are hiding? In encapsulation, it is at the code level, right? I know it might sound a little vague right now, but believe me, once I code something, I show you how the things are working, it will be super clear. But for now, you can assume that encapsulation is more at the code level, right? Abstraction is more at the functionality level. Right? So encapsulation happens at the coding level, and abstraction is basically the functionality that you are hiding. Okay. And I know a little vague statement, but believe me, once we code some things out, it will be totally clear. Okay. This was the basic recap of OOPS, right? Right? And Sonam Jan raised hand. Sonam, do you want to ask something?
Hi.
Yep. Yeah. Hi, Sonam.
Actually, I want to clear the difference between the abstraction and encapsulation.
Yeah. That's what I'm doing. See, abstraction is more at the functionality level.
I want to explain it. Actually, I'm
okay.
clear.
Please go ahead. Please. Yeah. Please go ahead.
Okay. So abstraction, we can say that abstraction is something we are selecting only the required thing and like eliminating whatever available here around us. Or encapsulation is something we are working on the whatever we have abstract from that domain. Like if we take the very simple example, when we are going to the college, so we are taking only those things which is required in a college, like a book, pen, and notebook and books, and all these things we are. So these things are required for the college, but whenever we are going to the party, so we take something else, right? And same with some, like if we are going to for a traveling, so we take something else. We don't take books and pens with us. So abstraction is the first process where we choose only that things which is required for that domain, and encapsulation is the process where we will work on that abstract value and hiding the complexity from the user and provide the user interface for the user.
Exactly. Right.
This is my concept over the abstraction and encapsulation.
Yeah, and that's absolutely fine. I think she gave a very good example, right? Now, it's okay if you guys don't get it. I'll tell you what she wanted to say, right? I think someone in the chat gave a very good example. Let me find it. Arundhati gave a very good example, right? Arundhati gave a very good example. Encapsulation is medicine के अंदर क्या है, right? Encapsulation is medicine के अंदर क्या है. We don't know what abstraction would be. So, okay, what happened? Superb, right? Yes, it was a superb example. Exactly, it was a superb example that she gave. Okay, I know it's a little vague statement. Some of you will still not be clear with it, right? Still will not be clear with it, and it's totally fine, right? It's totally fine. It's the first class. I don't expect you guys to understand everything. That's totally fine, right? But exactly, see, abstraction is more of the design level thing, that you are deciding that, okay, what is the thing that you will be hiding and what is the thing you will be showing. Okay, encapsulation happens more at the code level. It is more at the implementation level. Okay, so encapsulation, now how do I put it? Okay, when you are implementing encapsulation, coder knows everything about it. Okay, that which variables he is having, how he's going to hide them, what are the functions he is making, and all those things, right? In abstraction, he just decides that what the user will know. That's it. In abstraction, he decides that what the user will know, right? What the user will know. Okay. I know, again, I would say, please don't scratch your head around it. Once we start going, once we make something, it will be totally clear, right? It will be totally clear. It happens every time. That people initially ask me this question, what is abstraction and encapsulation? That's totally fine, right? And once we do these things, it will be totally clear, right? Don't worry. If you get this part, well and good. If you don't get this part, well and good, I'll explain it. When the time comes, okay? When the time comes, okay? This was the basic recap of OOPS, right? Before I close the OOPS thing, just one more thing I want you to answer and I want you to explain. Tell me one thing. If there is a class A, and there is a class B, which is child, you have to tell me which statement is valid and which statement is invalid. Okay. If I write AA equal to new A, is this a valid way of creating an object? Batao? Yes, it's a valid way, right? Very good, very good. BB equals to new B. Is this a valid way of creating an object? Yes. Okay. Now. Is this a valid way? AA equal to new B. Is this a valid way? Acha. Some people are saying yes, some people are saying no. Okay, let me do one thing. Okay. How many of you say that one is a valid way? How many? Just write one or two, whichever you think is a valid way. Very good. A lot of correct answers. This is a valid way. Okay, this is a valid way. I'll give you a very simple thing to remember, right? But for now, understand. I'll at the end I'll tell you a very good approach also. But for now, remember that. Okay. And what is this called? Can you tell me? Like the variable that I write on the left hand side. What is this called? This is the reference, right? This is the reference, and this is the object, right? This is something I want you to write in golden lines in your notebooks, right? I hope everyone keeps a notebook while attending the class. Anyone who is not keeping a notebook, write it in golden words. Okay, I'm writing it in golden words. Parent reference can hold a child object. Parent reference can hold a child object, but child reference cannot point to parent, right? Can't point to parent. Can't point to parent. Very simple example. Here, what is the meaning of reference? Can you tell me what is a reference variable? What is a reference variable? It's basically the address, right? It's basically the address. It's basically the address, right? It's basically the address, right? Okay. Simple thing is, you can assume that parent is a kind of bigger thing, right? Parent is a kind of bigger thing, right? Parents are always bigger than us, right? Parents are always bigger than us. A bigger thing can hold a smaller thing, yes or no? A bigger thing can hold a smaller thing. A bigger box can hold a smaller box, yes or no? Right? Yes or no? Yes, right? But a small box can never hold a big box. A small box can never hold a big box, right? Small box can never hold a big box, right? Simple funda is, parent is kind of a bigger thing, right? Not in terms of size, just in terms of visualization. Parent comes above child, right? Parent comes above child, right? So this thing can point to the child, right? This thing can point to the child, but child cannot point to the parent, right? Simple funda, right? Right? Exactly, right? This is a very good this is a very good example that Amit has given. An owner can hold a dog, right? Owner can hold a dog with this strap, right? Let's say this is the strap that we put in a dog's neck, right? Okay. But a dog cannot put a strap in owner's neck, right? And dog cannot put a strap in owner's neck, right? कुत्ता कभी मालिक के गले में फंदा नहीं डाल सकता, right? Okay. Okay. So this is the example that you can remember, right? So I'm telling you this because this is something you must know. This is something you must know. So this is a valid example, valid declaration. This is not a valid declaration. This is not a valid declaration. Okay. This is not a valid declaration. Okay. Why it is required? This is something we'll see in the application that we'll make. This is something we'll see in the application that we make. Okay. But yeah, this is something I want you to know. So if you were not knowing this before, please make a note of this. Please make a note. Right. Okay. Object आपका B का ही बनेगा, but the reference will be of the type parent. But the reference will be of type parent. Okay. Reference will be of type parent. Right. Okay. So this was about the basic recap of hoops. I think this is more than sufficient to continue the module. Right. Now let's we are just left with 20 minutes, right? We are just left with 20 minutes. Okay. And one more thing, guys. Just a small request. Just a small request. Okay. Do you guys feel ki I am the right person to teach you backend? Just asking in general. Do you guys feel I am the right person to teach you backend?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Why is that? Why is that?
Because sir, आपको समझ आ रहा है सर.
नहीं समझ तो आ रहा है. That is a different matter. कोई और भी reason होगा ना?
Because
Yes, sir.
you are taking
आपकी
a
बोलने का
real
तरीका,
life
your
world
clarity.
example.
अरे
That's enough,
वो
sir.
सब तो ठीक है. पढ़ाने का तरीका is वो वाला.
Presentation.
आप जो example
Sir, you are already experienced. Practical example, sir.
अरे एक बार म्यूट करो यार. ऐसे
सर
सब एक
सिंपली
साथ
सर
मत
मजा आ रहा है बस और कुछ नहीं.
एक साथ मत बोलो.
सर कैमरा ऑन है आपका
अरे
इसलिए.
यार भाई एक बार प्लीज don't create a mess. Don't create a mess. Right? Don't.
Sir, hi.
Simply because I have some experience, right? That is the biggest, right? This is the biggest reason, right? Simply because I am a backend engineer and I am already working in this field, right? And I have taught a batch before you as well. They were very happy. I taught them everything, right? I have a very small request. I know, and it's totally fine. I really appreciate that part. That whenever I'll be teaching something, you will have a lot of things that, okay, what is this? What is this? Like today you want to learn API today itself, and it's totally fine, right? I understand your curiosity. Okay. But tell me one thing. When you go to a restaurant, do you directly order the sweet dish, or first you order starter, then the main course, and then the sweet dish? Right? First starter, then the main course, and then the sweet dish, right? But you can order sweet dish before as well. ऐसा कोई rule तो नहीं है. There is no rule that you cannot order sweet dish, right? But what is the issue if I order sweet dish before? What is the issue? What is the issue? What is the issue? Right? मजा नहीं आएगा, right? We won't enjoy the overall experience, right? मजा नहीं आएगा ना खाने में, right? और proper digestion भी नहीं होगा, right? Proper digestion भी नहीं, ठीक है? मजा भी नहीं आएगा और proper digestion भी नहीं होगा। पहले कुछ spicy खाएंगे, फिर कुछ मीठा खाएंगे, तब मजा आएगा ना, right? There should be a sequence, ठीक है? Similarly, I know कि when I'll be teaching you, you will have a lot of questions. कि I'm teaching something, you might have heard something and you want to clear that doubt. Okay, totally fine, totally fine. But just consider me as your well-wisher or as a friend or something, whatever you want to consider me. That whatever I am teaching you is with the purpose, right? If I am teaching you something before, it's because I don't want to spoil your taste, right? I can today itself teach you what are APIs, but this will totally spoil your taste. Okay, this will totally spoil your taste. ठीक है? अच्छा, कितने लोगों को ऐसा लगता है कि यार ये बंदा हमें कुछ पढ़ाएगा नहीं तो इसका कुछ फायदा हो जाएगा? How many of you think so? कि ये अपने पास कुछ घर पे लेके जाएगा, हमें पढ़ाएगा नहीं तो इसका फायदा हो जाएगा? Anyone who thinks कि जानबूझ के नहीं पढ़ाता, ऐसा कुछ होता है क्या? किसी को लगता है? कोई ऐसा तो नहीं सोचता ना कि अगर हमें ये कुछ नहीं पढ़ाएगा तो इसका कुछ फायदा हो जाएगा, ऐसा कुछ? Right. Okay. How many of you think that if I'll not teach you something and take it with me home, I'll earn something extra? How many of you think so? That I'll earn something if I won't teach you anything. Right. Okay. Obviously, I want to give you whatever I have, but there should be a sequence to give that, right? There should be a sequence to give that. Okay. There should be a sequence to give that so that you can digest it properly. Okay. You can digest it. So whenever I'm teaching you something, what I'll suggest is please focus on whatever is going on. Ask whatever doubts you have regarding that topic, whatever I'm teaching. But please don't keep your focus in future that, okay, I am teaching this, what is this? I am teaching this, what is this, right? Don't keep your focus in future. Now, what will happen is you will not be able to understand what I am teaching right now, and you will not be able to understand the future. Okay? That is the only thing. I'm telling this because I saw in chats a lot of questions that, sir, please explain this, right? Believe me, I won't get anything if I'll take knowledge with me at home, right? At home, but there is a reason that I'm teaching you in some sequence. Okay, there is a reason that I'm teaching in some sequence. So please be a little, I would say, patient when I'm teaching, but yeah, at the same time, have faith that I'll teach you everything. Okay, have this faith, right? At the end of 2 months, you will say that yes, Kunal, all doubts were clear, right? All doubts were clear.
But I want to say something.
Yes, please go ahead.
सर एक प्रॉब्लम होती है कि जैसे कुछ स्टूडेंट्स होते हैं ना, उनको कुछ आगे का पता रहता है, तो वो टॉपिक को बीच में जब वो पिंच करते हैं तो फिर क्लास डिस्ट्रैक्ट हो जाती है पूरी। अब जैसे सबको नहीं पता है वो सारी चीजें, तो इसीलिए मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि साथ साथ सिंक्रोनाइज होकर चलेंगे तो ज्यादा बेटर रहेगा।
नहीं यार, देखो, तुमने देखा होगा कि चैट में बहुत कुछ लोग बहुत कुछ पूछ रहे थे, राइट? बहुत कुछ पूछ रहे थे, बट आई डिडंट आंसर. आई जस्ट केप्ट ऑन टीचिंग व्हाट आई वांटेड टू टीच, बिकॉज़ आई अंडरस्टैंड ये होता है. दिस हैपेंस विद एवरीवन, राइट? द पॉइंट इज आई एम नॉट सेइंग दोस पीपल आर रॉन्ग. द पॉइंट इज कि if I, like, when I was a very small kid in school, I also used to do this. Ki if I would have studied something before, I used to flex in front of class that I know this, please explain this and all this. Okay, it's totally fine. Everyone do this, right? But at the same time, you need to have some faith in your teacher that yes, this guy will teach us the right thing at the right moment. Okay, right? Okay, chalo. Okay.
Hello,
Yes.
sir.
Okay. Yeah, it's 10:47. If you guys don't mind, I just need 10 minutes to explain one very small thing, and then we can take your doubts at the end. Will that work? Like, you guys can stay back and ask whatever you want. Okay. Okay. ठीक है. चलो. Right. ठीक है. Okay. So that other people who want to leave, they might leave. Okay. Then I will take whatever doubts you have.
Sir, there is one more reason.
Yes.
Sir, you provide us referrals.
Sorry.
Like you are asking for why we consider you for like tech classes. So there is one more reason that you provide us reference.
I provide you referral. Okay. Yeah. No worries, man. See, I tell this to every batch. So I told this to my previous batch also, that it doesn't mean that if I'm not teaching, you cannot reach out to me. You have my WhatsApp number, right? Feel free to reach out to me whenever you want. So I like, it's totally fine. वो चीज तो मतलब कर ही देंगे यार. That's a different. Okay. Chalo. Let's take one more thing. See, this is a backend module. So I want you to ask, what is backend? What do you understand by that? Okay, I wanted to teach some more things, but I think we spent a lot of time in discussion, but it's fine. Like it's the first class, we can have some. What do you understand by backend? What is backend? What is backend? Server, okay. Server side processing, okay. Main logic, pillar, okay. Functionalities, operations behind work, which does not able to see, okay. Which user can't see, hiding word, okay. What about others? Backbone, REST API, service, REST API, RESTful services, hi-fi words. पर्दे के पीछे heart building that. ठीक है. I'll tell you one thing. Okay, I'll tell you one thing. Let me show you something. Not tell you. Let me show you something. I searched Virat here, right? I searched Virat here. Okay. Tell me one thing. In this entire screen that you can see on my laptop, I can search Virat here, right? If I have to search Rohit, one way is that I can remove this Virat and search Rohit here, right? Do you guys think there is any other way to search Rohit on this entire screen? Oh, no change of tab or something. No, people are saying no. Some people are saying yes, and I think one of the person gave me a correct answer also. Yes, I can search it. See this is something very, very beautiful. People who are saying no, see to it, you will enjoy it. Do you see when I search Virat here, in this URL, Virat is coming here. Do you guys see this written Q equals to Virat? Are you able to see this? Q equals to Virat, right? Yes, okay. Let me do one thing. Let me change it to Rohit and see what happens. Do you guys see now I am able to search Rohit? I didn't change anything here. I changed in the URL, but now I am able to see Rohit. Do you guys see this? Do you guys see this? Are you guys able to see this? Right? Okay. It's not wow. It's totally fine if you guys are seeing it for the first time. See this URL, right? This URL is nothing but it's called API, right? This is called API, right? This is called API. Okay. It's fine if you don't understand these things. It's totally fine. But the point I'm telling you is what is backend, right? What is backend? See, when you search to Rohit, the information about Rohit is stored somewhere in the database of Google. There will be some database of Google. Database means something where we store information, right? There will be a database of Google where this information will be stored, right? Am I correct? Am I correct? Right? Am I correct? It's okay. Similarly, if I show you Hotstar, okay? If I show you Hotstar, right? Now, sports, right? Let's say I go to cricket. Okay, Avenger fans. Any Avenger fans here? Yes. Okay. Okay. I am also a very big Avenger fan. So, who is your favorite Avenger? Tony. Yeah. I am also Iron Man fan. Okay. Anyways. Okay. Okay. I searched for cricket, right? But see, okay. Please come here. Okay. In sports, I have football also, right? One way is that I click on football and access football. Another way is instead of cricket, I can type football. Right? And see, now the information about football is here. Right? By the way, Bale has also retired. If any one of you follows football and is a Real Madrid fan, so Gareth Bale has retired. Sad moment. Okay. So football will be searched, right? Right? Football will be searched. Okay. Now see, this is called an API, right? This entire thing that you have written is called an API, right? This is called an API. Right? Now see what happened when you did this. When you hit this API, when you hit this URL, for now just consider it to be URL. Okay, and by the way, the page that you were seeing, what is this called? The thing that user sees, what is this called? The thing that user sees of an application. Front end. This is called front end, yeah, UI, right? This is called front end. Okay? So from front end, you made a request to get some data, right? You made a request to get data. You made a request to get some data. API stands for application programmable interface. It's fine. Don't worry about this thing. You made a request to get some data, right? You made a request to get some. Now this data will be stored in the DB. In Hotstar, we will have stored these videos and all these things. We will have a DB, right? We will have a DB. Okay. Between this front end and DB, there will be something which will take your request and process it, fetch the information from DB and return it back. Yes or no? There should be something in between which will take your request, process it, fetch the information from DB and serve it back, right? Serve it back, right? This something in between, along with the database, is called, this is called, right? And this something, as some people rightly pointed out, it's called server. It's called server. Okay? This is called server. Okay. Once again, from front end, you requested for something. Let's say you requested for the movie Avengers for an end game. Okay. Let's say you requested for end game. What will happen is end game is stored in Hotstar's database somewhere, right? It is stored in Hotstar's database somewhere, right? Now, what I have to do is I have to show you this end game from my database. There will be something in between which will take your request, process it, and fetch the data from database and serve it back to you, right? It will fetch the Avengers Endgame ki video and serve it back to you, show it to you, right? And you can watch it. So this something which is processing your request, which is talking to the database, getting the information, this something plus this database combined is called back. This something plus this database, this combination is called back, right? This combination is called back, right? So backend development means development which is concerned with server and the database, right? With server and the database. Okay. This something is called server. Don't worry if you don't understand what is server. Don't worry. Don't worry if you don't understand what is server. For now, just assume that server is a computer. Okay. For now, just assume server is a computer which is handling your request. Forget about the term server. Just consider it as a computer which is handling. Okay. And the job of a backend developer is to make APIs that will handle these server and database. Right? Totally fine if you don't understand these terms, API, server, and all these things. I will teach you everything. Okay. Don't worry how that question mark.
So this server, am I audible, sir?
Sir,
is this server like a waiter? For example, when we go to a restaurant and we order something, and that waiter goes and arranges all of those things,
exactly,
and then he serves us.
So that kitchen is basically a server. Exactly. Kitchen is basically yes, exactly. Okay. REST API, RESTful APIs, they are very far, right? Again, I told you, I know you will have a lot of curiosity to understand these terms, right? But it's totally fine. Yes, waiter is the API. Waiter is the API, right? Have you guys seen any recording of mine? Because like this is the example that I give while explaining APIs or something. Isn't a recording देखी क्या मेरी? Okay. Anything else? Okay, like this waiter example is something that I give. Okay. Anyways. Okay. This is backend. So the job of a backend developer is to write APIs, write the server configurations and write databases and all these things, right? Okay. So okay, it's fine. I think that's it that I wanted to teach today. I wanted to take a couple of more things, but the time is already up and I don't want to, first class में I don't want to bother you कि कैसा सर है इतने लेट तक पढ़ाते हैं. But take anyways, it's fine, we can. So
Hello, sir.
That's it from my side today. Just a minute, okay? Just a minute, then I'll take your doubts. So yeah, once again, thank you for joining in. It's good to see so many people. You guys are really enthusiastic. And before you guys leave, so how was your overall experience? You can just DM me if you don't want to write in public. How was the session? Anything that you want to be improved or something, just let me. Okay. Great session. Okay. Curious, good. Nice. ठीक है, yeah, I'll share my LinkedIn ID, don't worry. हाँ, I'll teach everything from start. From basic, right? ठीक है, okay. Thank you so much, right? And I hope we'll have a good time. We'll enjoy a lot in this module, right? What's your package in Hotstar? I think you might have heard this कि never ask salary from a person and age from a girl, right? एक आदमी से उसकी सैलरी और लड़की से उसकी एज कभी नहीं पूछनी चाहिए. So yeah, that's the answer. Okay. And make sure that you join the WhatsApp groups, right? And there are two groups. In one group I'll be sharing the documentation and all those things, and in one group you guys can have discussions among yourselves. I will also be there in that. And one more thing, you guys see, some of you might ping me personally on WhatsApp as well. It's totally fine, but sometimes it might happen that I might not be able to reply immediately because in daytime I have my office or something, but for sure I'll reply you back. Okay, for sure I'll reply.
Hello.
Yeah, I think that's it from my side. So you guys can drop off if you want. Thank you for
हेलो,
joining.
एक क्वेश्चन पूछना था सर मेरे को.
हाँ, बस now you guys can go. ठीक है.
सर मैं कह रहा था कि स्प्रिंग के सर नॉर्मल पैकेज कितना लग जाता है बैकएंड का सर?
अजीब सा क्वेश्चन है यार. See,
नहीं
I told
तो
you.
मतलब Node.js और स्प्रिंग में कंपैरिजन करें तो
Node.js and Spring में Spring definitely comes, right? Like मैंने बताया ना कि most of the बड़ी जितनी भी companies हैं, okay, all of their infrastructures are written in Spring. ठीक है, मैं तुम्हें बताता हूँ. I have friends working in Amazon. तुषार को you people know he's working in Myntra. I have friends working in Flipkart, right? And I have friends working in Google as well, right? In all the companies. And most of them, yes, Uday. So Uday, me and Tushar, by the way, we three were batchmates, right? And like Tushar and me, we were in the same branch. We studied in same classes. In fact, in first year, our room was just in front of each other in the same hostel. So, and Tushar and I are quite close. And Uday's branch was different, but I know him well because in first year, what happened was that when I went to college on the first day, Uday, I think Tushar was the first person to whom I met, and Uday was kind of the first guy जिसके साथ मैंने अपनी पहली movie देखी थी. Okay, so now after that, like his branch was different, so I couldn't keep much in touch with him. But he knows, like we all three of us know each other. So yeah. कौन सी movie? It was Bhag Milkha Bhag. I remember it was Bhag Milkha. Okay.
So 1 second, क्या notes दिखा सकते हैं?
हाँ, sure. Just kidding.
I need to record this.
सर जो अपना प्रोजेक्ट हम बनाने वाले सर, वो प्रोजेक्ट हमें अभी जो नवंबर में हमने जो प्रोजेक्ट बनाए थे वो मतलब बहुत ही बेसिक थे सर. मतलब हमारे लिए तो अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस था, बट रेज्यूमे पे डालने के हिसाब से बहुत बेसिक थे सर.
बिल्कुल.
तो और हमें बताया गया कि आपको खुद से करना पड़ेगा सर. तो जो बहुत डिफिकल्ट था सर. तो मेरा क्वेश्चन ये था सर कि हम जो अभी सीखेंगे सर वो भी वैसा ही रहेगा या बेसिक, या हमें खुद से करना पड़ेगा, या क्लास वाला ही इतना अच्छा रहेगा कि जो रेज्यूमे को एनहांस करेगा सर?
देखो, एट द एंड ऑफ 2 months मैंने वो जो 2 मेजर प्रोजेक्ट बताए थे ना, ई वॉलेट और BMS बुक माई शो, वो ऐसे प्रोजेक्ट्स हैं जो लोग 1-1.5 साल के एक्सपीरियंस वाले भी अपने रेज्यूमे में वही डालते हैं. ठीक है, आई कैन गारंटी यू दिस. वो इतने अच्छे प्रोजेक्ट्स होंगे यार. देखो, मैं बोलूंगा तो आई नो इतना इम्पैक्ट नहीं होगा. जस्ट आस्क एनी ऑफ द पर्सन फ्रॉम द प्रीवियस बैच हु हैज स्टडीड फ्रॉम. ठीक है, दे विल टेल यू व्हाट इज द रियलिटी. ठीक है, मैं खुद नहीं बोलूंगा, कुछ उनसे पूछ लो, दे विल टेल यू एवरीथिंग. ओके, वो इतने अच्छे प्रोजेक्ट्स हैं that people with even 1 or 2 years of experience keep those kind of projects in their resume. Okay, and I'll tell you one thing, it's not my philosophy that I'll do anything in fluke, right? I'll teach everything in very detail, right? And I'll teach everything practically, right? वो तो like you guys might have felt today, I give practical examples, I don't give any vague examples or something, right? So don't worry, like मजा आएगा, right? See, the point is सीख तो रहे हैं, but you guys will enjoy as well, right? And
2 month सर बैकएंड के लिए लाइक सब कुछ जितना होना चाहिए.
देखो मैं बताता हूँ, देखो my job is to make you guys learn, make you guys know what are the things out there, ठीक है? अब तुम बोल रहे हो 2 months is sufficient, नहीं, मतलब people spend 20 years of their career learning backend, ठीक है? I am still learning, I still learn like totally new things every day at Hotstar, right? I still learn totally new things every day at Hotstar. So my job is to give you a start, right? My job is to make you aware of what all things are there, so that after that, अगर आप future में कुछ explore करो खुद से, so you guys are comfortable understanding those. Okay?
ठीक
And
है
don't worry, मतलब I'll give you enough, I'll make you good enough कि आप किसी भी company में as a very good Spring Boot developer start कर सकते हो. And once you start your career, then like after that only real learning happens, right?
सर मेरे कुछ दोस्त बता रहे थे सर बैकएंड डेवलपर्स केवल डिबगिंग करते हैं सर, तो ये कितना सच है सर?
यार अब देख लो, दोस्तों पे भरोसा करना या मेरे पे भरोसा कर लो, मैं हूँ बैकएंड डेवलपर हॉटस्टार में, ठीक है? और हॉटस्टार के बैकएंड के बारे में बताने की जरूरत नहीं होगी, तुम लोगों ने देख ही रखा होगा लिंक्डइन पे कितनी वो तारीफें होती हैं, राइट? तो वो किस लिए होती है? बिकॉज देखो यार, एक चीज तुम्हें मैं बताता हूँ कि मोस्ट नंबर ऑफ कॉन्करेंट यूजर्स, कॉन्करेंट यानी कि लाइव यूजर्स वाचिंग अ लाइव मैच है, कुछ भी लाइव इवेंट पूरे वर्ल्ड में, जो मतलब जो वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड है, दैट इज विद हॉटस्टार. कोई बताएगा मतलब कौन से लाइव इवेंट के लिए है वो वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड?
इंडिया वर्सेस पाकिस्तान
1.2 करोड़। फीफा वर्ल्ड कप सर, फीफा वर्ल्ड कप।
नहीं
फीफा वर्ल्ड कप।
नो.
इंडिया वर्सेस पाकिस्तान।
The record is 2.54 crores, I think, if I'm not wrong. 2.54 या 2.57 crores exactly. It was धोनी का रन आउट इन इंडिया वर्सेस न्यूजीलैंड. धोनी का रन आउट वाला जो मोमेंट था, that was the highest watched.
2019 सेमीफाइनल।
Yes, 2019 World Cup semi-finals. 2.54 crores was the concurrency.
Semi-final.
Yes, and एक चीज और अभी listen to me. This is the world record. इसके बाद जो अब देखो, what do you guys think कि जब भी कोई वीडियो वेबसाइट या वीडियो कंपनी के नाम आते हैं, तो सबसे पहला नाम क्या आता है? कोई भी वीडियो की बात होती है, सबसे पहला नाम क्या आता है? यूट्यूब आएगा ना, यूट्यूब आएगा, ठीक है? यूट्यूब पे भी लाइव इवेंट्स की फैसिलिटी है, लाइव वेबिनार्स होते हैं, लाइव इतना कुछ होता है, राइट? यूट्यूब का हाईएस्ट इज जस्ट 0.8 million, which is 80 lakhs. That's it, right? That's it. हॉटस्टार का उससे 3 गुना है. Why? Because supporting concurrency in live events is something which is phenomenal, right? And crores में तो क्या, लोगों को यार लाखों में भी करने में ना हालत खराब हो जाती है. आप फीफा में देखा होगा जियो के साथ क्या, राइट? अगर किसी ने देखा हो फीफा, what happened, तो इतने ज्यादा glitches थे, right? So why? Because back end of Hotstar is very very robust, right? So the point I'm telling you is कि मुझ पे थोड़ा भरोसा रखो, ठीक है? I'm not saying कि मुझे सब कुछ आता है. I'm also a learner like you guys, ठीक है? मैं तुम लोगों के साथ मैं भी सीखूंगा. And but the point is कि with my experience I can tell you कि ऐसा नहीं है कि बैक एंड डेवलपर्स का काम सिर्फ डिबगिंग का होता है. नहीं, मैंने अब तक कुछ डिबगिंग नहीं किया. I have just built. तो इट्स मतलब ऐसे फालतू अफवाहों पे नहीं भरोसा करके उन लोगों से बात करो जो सच में काम कर रहे हैं, ठीक है?
सर एक था
सर, जब मॉड्यूल खत्म हो जाए ना
जावास्क्रिप्ट में,
यार एक जनाब,
ठीक है
सर मैं बोल रहा था कि बोलते हैं जावास्क्रिप्ट में ज्यादा अपॉर्चुनिटीज है, तो ये कितना सच है? स्प्रिंग में ज्यादा अपॉर्चुनिटीज है कि जावास्क्रिप्ट में बहुत ज्यादा अपॉर्चुनिटीज है, या लगभग सेम है?
यार देखो, मैं आई विल बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट विद यू, मुझे जावास्क्रिप्ट का कुछ भी नहीं पता है. मतलब आई ओनली नो log.console hello world, दैट्स इट. उसके अलावा मुझे कुछ नहीं पता है. ओके एंड सो मतलब मैं तुम्हें कुछ ऐसे झूठा वो नहीं दूंगा एडवाइस या कुछ. आई डोंट नो व्हाट इज जावास्क्रिप्ट या कैसे काम करता है. बट हाँ, आई कैन टेल यू ऑन द अपॉर्चुनिटीज पार्ट कि जितनी अगर अपॉर्चुनिटीज एक स्प्रिंग वाले डेवलपर के लिए ना, मैं तुम्हें इस चीज की तो गारंटी दे सकता हूँ कि नंबर ऑफ अपॉर्चुनिटीज हो सकता है स्प्रिंग उसमें जावास्क्रिप्ट में ज्यादा हूँ, बिकॉज छोटी कंपनीज वो यूज करती हैं. लेकिन इफ यू आर लुकिंग फॉर समथिंग गुड, then Spring is the de facto. Like Spring is the de facto standard for the backend infrastructures.
सर जब मॉड्यूल खत्म हो जाए,
aiming for something very good, then Spring Java is the best thing. Like Java is the best thing.
हेलो
स्प्रिंग और स्प्रिंग बूट में क्या डिफरेंस?
यार ये सब अभी पढ़ेंगे, ठीक है? इन सब चीजों पे अभी फोकस नहीं करना है क्या डिफरेंस है, बिकॉज
चैट जीपीटी के बारे में कुछ कमेंट कीजिए ना सर.
जब आएगा वो.
ठीक है सर, आप हॉटस्टार में जो वर्क करते हो एक बार
बताइए ना सर.
यार एक जना हो रहा है यार, ऐसे मत करो, एक जना।
हेलो सर। सर आप हॉटस्टार में जो वर्क करते हो ना, वो आगे जाके एक बार बताओगे कैसे कोड होता है, क्या क्या क्या
हाँ अरे
वर्क करते हो
यार,
आप?
जब पढ़ेंगे तब सब बताऊंगा कि कैसे कहाँ क्या यूज होता है, सब बताऊंगा तो।
तो हॉटस्टार वाला बताओगे ना?
नहीं नहीं, हॉटस्टार वाला एग्जैक्ट तो मैं कैसे बता सकता हूँ, मतलब एग्जैक्ट तो वो बताना इट्स नॉट पॉसिबल, वो यार बहुत बड़ी चीज होती है कंपनी का कोड एंड ऑल दोस थिंग। बट हाँ
सर
मतलब कॉन्सेप्ट्स क्या यूज होते हैं वो सब तो वो पढ़ाएंगे ही हम तुम्हें मॉड्यूल में, कि जनरल एक बैकएंड डेवलपर क्या क्या कॉन्सेप्ट्स यूज करते हैं।
ठीक है सर।
सर जब
Thank you.
मॉड्यूल
Like
खत्म
सर
हो जाए
लाइव
तो
स्ट्रीमिंग
इंटरव्यू के
होता है।
क्वेश्चन करवाना सर। हेलो,
क्या?
एक दिन इंटरव्यू के क्वेश्चन सर। सर लाइक आपने इंटरव्यू लिया ना बहुत, तो स्ट्रिंग
हाँ
स्प्रिंग
हाँ हाँ हाँ, वो मैं बीच
है ना?
बीच में तुम्हें थोड़ा थोड़ा डीएसए का भी मतलब फ्लेवर देता रहूंगा, दैट्स ओके।
हाँ बिल्कुल
या
सर।
सर हेलो
हाँ बताओ।
सर, यूट्यूब हॉटस्टार पे लाइव स्ट्रीमिंग होता है लाइक क्रिकेट का एंड सबका। तो और बहुत सारे लोग देखते हैं, 1 करोड़ के ऊपर आपने जैसे बोला, तो 2.4 करोड़ देखते थे। तो उस टाइम उस चीज का कोड हो जाने के बाद मतलब टेस्टिंग कैसे करते हैं ये सब जो?
उसको उसको हम मैं बताता हूँ कैसे करते हैं। अच्छा, इट्स अ गुड क्वेश्चन कि वो तो एक लाइव सिनेरियो में हो पाएगा ना, असल में कैसे टेस्ट करें भाई, कोड
यस
तो पहले
यस
लिख लिया, लेकिन जब लाइव आएंगे 2.5 करोड़ लोग तभी टेस्ट होगा सही से, तो है ना। उसको
यस
पहले कैसे कर सकते हैं, बहुत ही बढ़िया क्वेश्चन है यार। इसका ना कोई एक फिक्स जवाब नहीं, मैं तुम्हें बताता हूँ क्या। हम जब भी कुछ कोड करते हैं, व्हेनेवर वी मेक समथिंग, तो देयर इज समथिंग कॉल्ड एज लोड टेस्टिंग। ठीक है, लोड टेस्टिंग होती है, हर कोड की एक लोड टेस्टिंग होती है हर फंक्शनैलिटी की। उसमें क्या करते हैं, वी ट्राई टू क्रिएट सम फेक लोड ऑन आवर सर्वर्स, ठीक है, एंड वी सी कि वो कितने रॉबस्ट हैं, ठीक है। बट एट द सेम टाइम इट्स नॉट पॉसिबल कि हम ओरिजिनल जो लोड आने वाला है उतना लोड हम क्रिएट कर पाए, क्योंकि उसके लिए रिसोर्सेज बहुत ज्यादा चाहिए कि यार इतना लोड मैं क्रिएट कर रहा हूँ तो मुझे बहुत सारे रिसोर्सेज भी तो चाहिए ना उतना लोड क्रिएट करने के लिए। तो
हाँ
इट एड्स अप टू अ लॉट ऑफ क्यूब्स, ठीक है, दैट इज नॉट पॉसिबल। लेकिन क्या होता है, देखो एक चीज समझो कि मैंने अपनी लोड टेस्टिंग शुरू की, ठीक है। मैंने 10,000 यूजर्स के हिसाब से लोड टेस्ट कर लिया। मुझे कुछ कुछ रिजल्ट मिले कि मुझे इतना सीपीयू चाहिए, इतना इंटरनेट की स्पीड चाहिए, ये सब चाहिए। मैं 10,000 से बढ़ के 1 लाख पे चला गया, मैं 1 लाख से बढ़ के 10 लाख पे चला गया, ठीक है। मैं तुम्हें एक ओवरऑल रफ आइडिया दे रहा हूँ, इट्स वेरी डिटेल, ठीक है। तो क्या होगा देखो, मैं जब धीरे धीरे करके नंबर ऑफ यूजर्स बढ़ाऊंगा, ठीक है, उसके हिसाब से मेरे पास कुछ कुछ रिजल्ट्स आने लगेंगे कि भाई इतने यूजर्स पे इतने सर्वर चाहिए, इतने यूजर्स पे इतने सर्वर चाहिए। टेक्निकल टर्म्स में हॉटस्टार में इसको लैडर बोलते हैं, ठीक है, इसको लैडर बोलते हैं, ठीक है। इतने यूजर्स, इतने 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 लोड पे इतने इतने रिसोर्सेज, इतने लोड पे इतने रिसोर्सेज। एक चीज बताओ, जब मैं बहुत अच्छे से एकदम लोड टेस्टिंग कर लूंगा सर्टेन नंबर ऑफ यूजर्स के लिए, मुझे एक पैटर्न दिखना शुरू हो जाएगा, ये एक रफ एस्टिमेशन मिलना शुरू हो जाएगा कि इतने यूजर्स पे इतने मेरे को रिसोर्सेज चाहिए, ये सुनो, ठीक है,
यस यस
मिलना शुरू हो जाएगा ना मुझे। उसके बाद मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ, जैसे आई टेल यू व्हाट इज हैपनिंग कि अभी 2023 में वी हैव ओडीआई वर्ल्ड कप, ठीक है। हॉटस्टार पे अब आईपीएल का कॉन्ट्रैक्ट तो नहीं है, बट आईसीसी और बीसीसीआई इवेंट सारे अभी भी हॉटस्टार पे, ठीक है। तो आईसीसी वर्ल्ड कप है 50 ओवर, तो वी आर एक्सपेक्टिंग कि उसमें हमें 50 मिलियन यानी कि 5 करोड़ तक का ट्रैफिक आएगा, एंड वी आर स्केलिंग आवर सर्विसेज अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट। अब ऑब्वियसली हम 5 करोड़ का लोड नहीं असल में क्रिएट कर सकते, वो तो जब आएगा तभी आएगा लाइव, ठीक है। बट बेस्ड ऑन आवर पास्ट एक्सपीरियंस कि भाई 2.5 करोड़ पे हमें इतने रिसोर्सेज चाहिए थे, बहुत सारी लोड टेस्टिंग होती है, हम एक पैटर्न आइडेंटिफाई कर सकते हैं। पर मान लो मुझे पता लगा कि लेट्स से मुझे 100 सर्वर चाहिए, लाइक जस्ट एग्जांपल, तो मैं क्या करूंगा ना, मैं 100 की बजाय 120 रखूंगा, ठीक है, इतना मैं अफोर्ड कर सकता हूँ कि मैं 100 की जगह 120 रखूँ, ताकि अगर वर्स्ट केस में कुछ उल्टा सीधा हो भी गया तो बहुत ज्यादा इफेक्ट नहीं है। समझ रहे हो कैसे कैसे प्रिडिक्ट किया जाता
यस
है कि कितने रिसोर्सेज चाहिए, ठीक है।
सर मेरा एक क्वेश्चन है।
हम्म,
जैसे अभी रिसोर्सेज की बात हो रही थी सर, मान लो ओडीआई का मैच स्टार्ट होने वाला है, तो शुरू में जो लोड है सर वो 10 लाख का है ना?
बिल्कुल।
तो हम 80 लाख या 5 करोड़ वाला सर्वर थोड़ी यूज
नहीं
करेंगे,
नहीं, बहुत
वो
अच्छा,
तो नहीं
बहुत ही
करेंगे। हम 10 लाख वाला ही यूज करेंगे इनिशियल लेवल पे, ज्यादा से ज्यादा 20 लाख का। अब
बिल्कुल।
अचानक से कोई मूवमेंट आ रहा है या कुछ हो रहा है, मोमेंटम आ रहा है मैच में, तो अचानक से लोड सर्वर वो बढ़ रहा है सर। वो जो
एग्जैक्ट,
स्विचिंग वाला पार्ट है ना सर, वो मुझे समझना था कि हमें लैग क्यों नहीं पता चलता कि जैसे सर्वर शिफ्ट हो
मैं
रहा है
बताता हूँ कैसे होता है, मैं बताता
ना।
हूँ।
हाँ, ये चीज डाउट हो रहा
बहुत ही
था।
बढ़िया क्वेश्चन कि शुरू में जब मैच स्टार्ट होता है बहुत कम लोग देखते हैं, तो मैं पागल थोड़ी ना हूँ कि भाई 5 करोड़ के सर्वर, इस 5 करोड़ की कैपेसिटी के लिए सर्वर डिप्लॉय करूंगा, पैसे भी तो भरने हैं मुझे उतने जितने मैं यूज करूंगा, ठीक है। इसको बोलते हैं स्केलेबिलिटी। एंड व्हाई हॉटस्टार इज डिफरेंट फ्रॉम ऑल ओटीटीज, इतनी तारीफ क्यों होती है, आई डोंट नो यू गाइस अंडरस्टैंड दिस और नॉट, कि जब भी कोई लाइव मैच होता है ना, बहुत सारे इंजीनियर्स लाइव उस मैच के टाइम पे एक्टिव होते हैं, डजंट मैटर कि कोई छुट्टी है, संडे है, क्या है, कुछ नहीं, जिसको जिसको रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी मिली है ही विल बी लाइव। क्या होता है ना, एक सर्टेन एक्सटेंट तक ऑटो स्केलिंग होती है, कि हम जैसे AWS यूज करते हैं, Amazon वेब सर्विसेज, ठीक है, इट्स अ क्लाउड प्रोवाइडर, डोंट वरी, ये सब पढ़ेंगे अपन क्या होता है क्लाउड प्रोवाइडर। अभी के लिए ये मान लो कि हम Amazon के सर्वर्स यूज, ठीक है, Amazon के वी यूज Amazon सर्वर्स, राइट। नाउ till certain extent we have some code written, according to that code our services will auto scale up, ठीक है, वो हमारी सर्विसेज उस कोड के हिसाब से अपने आप स्केल अप हो जाएंगे, ठीक है। बट आफ्टर सर्टेन पॉइंट्स we have to manually scale our services, उसका एक रीजन होता है कि जैसे मान लो मैच का ना बहुत कोई इंटरेस्टिंग पॉइंट आ गया, ठीक है, एंड लेट्स से एक ओवर में 20 रन चाहिए एंड कोहली इज बैटिंग, सो ऑब्वियसली अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल विल बी वाचिंग, कि एक उम्मीद है कि हम जीत जाएंगे, ठीक है। तो देखो नंबर ऑफ वो ग्राफ वैसे बढ़ता रहेगा नंबर ऑफ यूजर्स का, बट लेट्स से सडनली कोहली आउट हो गया, राइट, एंड उसके बाद चहल आ गया बैटिंग करने, तो पक्का हार गए ना, राइट। चहल तो नहीं जितवाएगा एक ओवर में 20, वो नहीं मारने वाला एक ओवर में 20, राइट। तो व्हाट विल हैपन इज सडनली बहुत ज्यादा लोग छोड़ जाएंगे, आप छोड़ जाएंगे, ठीक है। ये जो सडन जो डिप आता है ना पीक में, दिस इज ऑल्सो वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू हैंडल, क्योंकि अगर इसको सही से हैंडल नहीं किया तो बाकी सारी सर्विसेज क्रैश कर जाएंगी, अगर इस सडन डिप को हैंडल नहीं, तो इसको बोलते हैं डाउन स्केलिंग। सो प्रॉपर डाउन स्केलिंग भी जरूरी है। तो कुछ इवेंट्स के लिए ये ऑटोमेटिकली कोड करता है, कुछ इवेंट्स के लिए हम मैनुअली इसको, एंड दैट्स व्हाई हॉटस्टार इज प्रेज्ड सो मच, क्योंकि ये बहुत मुश्किल चीज होती है इतना सडन डायनामिक अपस्केलिंग डाउन स्केलिंग हैंडल करना, ठीक है यार। मतलब पहली क्लास है, बहुत हाई फाई बातें कर रहा हूँ मैं, ठीक है, बट
लैग का पता नहीं चलता, मतलब सर्वर शिफ्ट होने में।
हाँ मतलब यार अभी बहुत डिटेल चीज है ना, मैं इतना नहीं तुम्हें समझा सकता कि क्यों नहीं लैग का पता चलता, उसमें हम काफका यूज करते हैं, बहुत सारे काफका कनेक्टर्स होते हैं, टॉपिक्स होते हैं, ये सब लेकिन बहुत टेक्निकल चीजें, तो अभी के लिए
ये समझ में है कि डाउन स्केलिंग कैसे हार्म कर सकता है।
सॉरी,
मतलब जैसे सर्वर का ड्रॉप हुआ लोड, तो वो कैसे हार्म कर सकता है, ये समझ में नहीं आया। मतलब जैसे आपने बोला ना कि सडन
हाँ
ड्रॉप,
यार ये वो सर्वर का जब बहुत ज्यादा लॉ ड्रॉप होते हैं तो एपीआई रिक्वेस्ट अचानक से बहुत ज्यादा कम होते हैं, ठीक है। एपीआई रिक्वेस्ट जब बहुत सारे कम होते हैं तो नेटवर्क एकदम से डिस्टर्ब हो जाते हैं। अगेन मतलब यार ये बहुत टेक्निकल चीजें हैं जो अभी मैं नहीं समझा सकता तुम लोग, पहले क्लास है अभी, तो
एक क्वेश्चन पूछना चाह रहा था।
हाँ
सर फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल मैं क्वेश्चन पूछने से पहले 1 मिनट लेके कुछ बोलना चाहूंगा कि मैं भी टीचर था पहले, तो मुझे इसका अंदाजा है कि क्लैरिटी कितनी इंपॉर्टेंट होती है पढ़ाने में। तो बहुत बहुत थैंक्स फॉर योर टीचिंग, आपको मतलब बहुत ग्रेटफुल हूँ मैं कि आप बहुत क्लैरिटी के साथ पढ़ा रहे हैं, तो थैंक यू फॉर दैट। और सर एक क्वेश्चन मेरा ये है कि फॉर एग्जाम्पल आई एम नॉट हैविंग बीटेक डिग्री, सो बीटेक बैकग्राउंड से नहीं हूँ मैं, और मैंने बीएससी और बीएड वगैरह किया, तो मैं बिल्कुल से एकदम से स्विच कर रहा हूँ आईटी सेक्टर में। तो जो कंपनीज हैं फॉर एग्जांपल दीज, मतलब हम जो जैसे फैंग कंपनीज है, और फॉर एग्जांपल यू आर इन हॉटस्टार, दिस टाइप ऑफ कंपनीज, तो ये क्या अपॉर्चुनिटीज देती हैं हम जैसे लोगों को, क्योंकि मेरे पास बीटेक की डिग्री नहीं है।
हाँ सर, मेरा भी ये डाउट है सर।
यार आज की दुनिया में आई डोंट थिंक डिग्री मैटर्स अ लॉट, ऐसा नहीं बोलूंगा कि बिल्कुल मैटर नहीं करती है, वो भी झूठ है, ऐसा नहीं बोलूंगा।
पर वो मतलब देखते हैं ना कि सोशल मीडिया वगैरह पे रहता है कि आईआईटीज और एनआईटीज और ज्यादा प्रेफरेंस रहता है, तो मतलब अगर हम उतनी नॉलेज रखते हैं तो क्या हमें अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलेगी?
बिल्कुल मिलेगी, अगर तुम इतने कॉन्फिडेंटली बोल पाते हो ना, कि अगर तुम मान लो 2 महीने के बैकएंड मॉड्यूल के बाद ये बोल पाओ ना कि मैं अगले बैकएंड बैच को मैं पढ़ा दूंगा, तो तुम्हें बिल्कुल मिलेगी, ठीक है।
ओके सर, ओके सर,
समझ गए, दैट इज द क्लियर कट आंसर, दैट इज
समझ गया सर।
मतलब सर डिज्नी प्लस हॉटस्टार अलाउ करती है जो नॉन सीएसआईटी के बंदे हैं उनको?
यार एक चीज बताओ, ठीक है, जस्ट अ सिंपल फंडा, मुझे अभी तक मेरा कॉलेज पूरा हो गया, बट मुझे अभी डिग्री नहीं मिली है, अगले महीने मिलेगी, ठीक है। मैंने तुम्हें बताया था मेरी सेरेमनी, कॉन्वोकेशन सेरेमनी अगले महीने, ठीक है, इलाहाबाद में, ठीक। मुझे अभी तक डिग्री नहीं मिली है, हॉटस्टार ने आज तक मुझसे डिग्री नहीं मांगी है, डिग्री मांगी है छोड़ो, उन्होंने मुझसे आज तक मेरी ब्रांच भी नहीं पूछी क्या है, मेरे मैनेजर ने, मेरे किसी भी टीममेट ने, किसी ने मुझे ब्रांच नहीं पूछी, वो बस मुझे काम देते हैं, काम होना चाहिए, बात ये काम दिया, उसका कोड लिखो, कोड लिख दिया आपने, अच्छा कोड नहीं, कोड अच्छा लिखा तो सुनो, करो, उसको करके आओ, ठीक है, दैट इज सिंपल। तुम्हें कोड लिखना है, तुम्हें कोड लिखना आता है, वेल एंड गुड, नहीं आता, इट्स ऑल अबाउट राइटिंग, ठीक है, कि तुम कितना अच्छा कोड लिख सकते हो, राइट। कोई डिग्री का किसने अचार डालना है तुम्हारी, ठीक है, किसी ने नहीं
अरे
अचार।
क्योंकि पोर्टल पे सर, जब पोर्टल पे अप्लाई किया था मैंने, तो उसमें रेज्यूमे शॉर्टलिस्ट वही डिग्री ना होने की वजह से छोटी कंपनीज आ रही हैं उसमें 5, 6, 7
यार
एलपीए,
देखो,
तो वो रेज्यूमे शॉर्टलिस्ट
हर कंपनी के लिए इट इज एप्लीकेबल, ठीक है, कुछ कंपनीज बहुत स्ट्रिक्ट भी होंगी यार, जैसे मान लो कोई मैं हूँ, ठीक है, लेट्स से मैं, मेरे पास मान लो 3-4 लाख रुपए, मैं एक छोटी कंपनी शुरू करूँ, तुम अपने आप को मेरी जगह रख के देखो कि तुम्हारे पास 3-4 लाख रुपए, तुम एक छोटी कंपनी शुरू करो, अभी तुमने कंपनी शुरू की है, ठीक है, तो तुम क्या इतना रिस्क अफोर्ड कर सकते हो कि भाई तुम बिल्कुल ही नॉन टेक के बंदे को हायर कर लो? कैन यू अफोर्ड दिस मच रिस्क?
नो सर्विस तो है बहुत ज्यादा इसमें।
बहुत ज्यादा, क्योंकि पिट गए तो भाई बिल्कुल सड़क पे आ जाओगे, राइट? लेकिन गूगल तो कर सकता है ना रिस्क अफोर्ड कि एक दो नॉन टेक के बंदों को, एक दो क्या वो 500 नॉन टेक के बंदों को हायर कर ले। गूगल तो इतना रिस्क अफोर्ड कर सकते हैं ना,
यस सर।
है ना? उनके साथ एक्सपेरिमेंट कर सकते हैं कि ये कोड लिख पा रहे हैं नहीं लिख पा रहे, जो भी। समझ रहे हो मैं क्या कहना चाह रहा हूँ?
यस सर, वो अफोर्डेबल, उनके लिए अफोर्डेबल है सर।
नहीं तो यार हम सिर्फ ना, हम कंपनीज को हमेशा दोष देते हैं कि हमें नहीं सिलेक्ट करेगा कोई। ट्राई टू कीप योरसेल्फ इन द प्लेस ऑफ द फाउंडर ऑफ दैट कंपनी, ठीक है? ट्राई टू कीप योरसेल्फ इन द प्लेस ऑफ फाउंडर ऑफ दैट कंपनी, एंड देन यू विल गेट अ लॉट ऑफ मनी, देन यू विल ऑटोमेटिकली गेट अ लॉट, ठीक है?
यस सर, गॉट इट।
सर
मतलब सर जब डिज्नी प्लस हॉटस्टार का जब हायरिंग ओपन होता है तो उसमें वेबसाइट में ऐसा मेंशन करते हैं क्या कि एनी डिग्री कैन एलिजिबल टू अप्लाई, या फिर कुछ?
यार आई एम नॉट श्योर कि कैसा होता है वो, बट
आपका कैंपस थ्रू हुआ था क्या?
क्या?
आपका कैंपस थ्रू हुआ था?
नहीं, हाँ, वन मोर थिंग, आई नो कि तुम लोगों को शायद लगता होगा कि भाई बंदा NIT से है, ठीक है, और अच्छे कॉलेज से है, कैंपस में मतलब कंपनी जाती होंगी। आई टेल यू वन थिंग, 31 NIT है इंडिया में, 31 पता नहीं 32, उनमें प्लेसमेंट स्टैट्स में NIT इलाहाबाद इज एट द टॉप, नंबर 1 पे होता है। तुम लिस्ट उठा के देखना प्लेसमेंट स्टैट्स की, इट इज एट नंबर 1, ठीक है? I have worked in 2 companies, one is Expedia, one is Hotstar. Obviously, दोनों are kind of dream companies for a lot of people. Both were off campus. मैंने on campus placement नहीं किया, ठीक है? There were certain reasons, but just to motivate you guys, मैंने अपने कॉलेज का फायदा नहीं उठाया for placement. Both were on off campus. दोनों मुझे LinkedIn से पता लगे थे, मैंने अप्लाई किया, इंटरव्यू हुआ, I got selected, ठीक है? So I'm just telling
तो
you,
सर एक बार जरा
उससे इतना नहीं फर्क पड़ेगा।
जो आपका इंटरव्यू प्रोसेस हुआ उसके बारे में बताइए।
हाँ, वो सब बताएंगे यार, मतलब अभी यार 2 महीने हैं, थोड़ा शांति रखो।
सर
अभी
चैट
कुछ
जीपीटी के
पहले दिन
बारे
ही
में
बता दूंगा
कमेंट
तो
कीजिए
फिर
सर।
तुम लोग क्लास
सर एक
ज्वाइन ही
मेरा भी क्वेश्चन है।
सर
हाँ।
चैट जीपीटी के बारे में कमेंट कीजिए सर, बहुत हाइप हो रहा है बीच में सर वो।
यार अब ये सब चीजें मतलब बाद में करेंगे बात।
सर खा डिनर कर लो आप सर, लेट हो
एनीथिंग
जाओगे।
इम्पोर्टेंट टू आस्क?
Sir, here, have dinner first, sir. Let me talk tomorrow.
सर
हाँ,
फिनिश
इट्स फाइन,
करते
लाइक
हैं
इफ
क्लास,
देयर इज समथिंग
आज
यू
सही
वांट टू
रहेगा।
आस्क, मतलब पूछ सकते हो, अदरवाइज
पूछ रहे
मतलब 2 महीने यार, थोड़ा तुम लोग भी बचा के रखो। अभी मैं सब
क्या
कुछ
भाई?
बताता हूँ,
सर,
तुम लोग
हेलो
क्लास
सर,
ज्वाइन नहीं करोगे, फिर रिकॉर्डिंग देखा करोगे, मुझे पता ही है।
हेलो
सर हेलो सर।
हेलो सर,
हाँ
हेलो
पूछो भाई पूछ।
बोलो
हेलो
बोलो, एक मिनट, बोलो बोलो बोलो।
sir, to understand tomorrow's and upcoming classes. So far, I have read the OOPS concept, and with time, when I learn new concepts, all the things like abstraction and all, some I just remember only basic stuff. When it comes to the in-depth implementation, I have forgot as of now. Like
Fine, fine,
yeah,
totally fine.
like when you forget those concepts, like how would you come back, and like were you doing more sort of implementation part, or like
No, I don't every time write the code or something. If I have some code written with me, I just have a look at it. Otherwise, I just go to internet, watch, read some article on Java T-Point or Geeks for Geeks or something. I just revise it that.
yeah, okay, sir, to be in sync with you from tomorrow's class, like our 4 pillars are enough, or do I need to
Whatever.
work on more like static keywords, final, and
No. If possible, just revise these things. But
yeah.
if you understood whatever I taught today, that's more than sufficient.
Yes, thank you, sir. Only that thing was bothering me. Thank you, sir, and I wish you have dinner as soon as
Yeah,
possible.
sure, I'll have my dinner. No worries.
सर आपका एज कितना है?
भाई क्या
My age कितना है अभी? क्या चल रहा है? 23 चल रहा है ना?
24 के आसपास होगी सर आपकी। 20
मैं like I'll be 24 in April. April में 24
भाई बस खत्म कर।
चलो ठीक है।
एक बात
क्या
बोलूं?
है ना कि पहली बात इतना ही कर लेंगे कि पहली बार आप इतना बात कर रहे हैं, वरना हर टीचर चले जाते हैं, इसलिए अच्छा लग रहा सबको।
सर उदय सर भी बात करते थे।
पढ़ाया सर, मजा आया आज पढ़ के। आज पहली बार लग रहा है कि IQ में कुछ तो सिखा रहे हैं। हाँ सर,
चलिए
मतलब
बहुत अच्छा
इतना
लगा,
ज्यादा
पहली बार
एक्साइटमेंट लगा ना,
अरे
बता ही नहीं सकते
कोई
सर।
बात नहीं, थोड़ी बातें मचा के रखो, आज ही सारे कर लोगे तो फिर कैसे बात बनेगी?
सर आप ना थोड़ा बहुत हिंट दे दो, कल क्या पढ़ाओगे, देख के आएंगे, जल्दी समझ आएंगे।
कल हम यार एक छोटी सी बैंक एप्लीकेशन बनाना स्टार्ट करेंगे, मतलब कोई ऐसे बहुत फुल फ्लेज एप्लीकेशन नहीं, बहुत छोटी सी, जस्ट टू मेक यू गाइस अंडरस्टैंड द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ OOPS।
सर किस में बनाएंगे एप्लीकेशन वैसे?
सर जैसे सुनो सर, हेलो हेलो,
एप्लीकेशन किस में बनाएंगे तो
IntelliJ IDEA
एनी सॉफ्टवेयर?
IntelliJ IDEA and language Java, that's it।
हेलो सर।
ओके ओके।
क्या सर?
वो पूछ रहा है कि हम कल जो करेंगे वो किस में बनाएंगे, तो IntelliJ IDEA हो गया and language will be Java।
सर आप व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप पे ना वो टॉपिक बता दिया करना सर, जैसे आज रात को होने वाला हो ना तो दिन सुबह बता दिया करना, सब पढ़ लेंगे थोड़ा थोड़ा, ऐसे माइंड में जल्दी घुसेगा।
जल्दी समझ आएंगे।
हाँ ठीक है, ठीक है, sure।
ठीक है सर, ये एक सबसे सही रहेगा।
हाँ सर, आर्टिकल पढ़ लेंगे तो जल्दी ज्यादा समझ में आएगा।
हाँ, मैं what I'll do is मैं ऑफिशियल वाले ग्रुप में ना I'll just put up a message कि what is expected to read, ठीक है, बट मतलब जस्ट एक एक्सपेक्टेशन ताकि तुम लोगों को थोड़ा सही समझ में आए, बाकी इट्स फाइन अगर नहीं भी।
सर विल वी यूज SQL?
हाँ, लाइक व्हेन विल बी मेकिंग, अभी तो इनिशियली नहीं, बट वो जो प्रोजेक्ट्स मैंने बोला उनमें तो सब SQL प्रॉपर डेटाबेस यूज करेंगे।
ओके ठीक है सर, फिर आज की क्लास फिर खत्म करते सर आज।
सर गुड नाइट सर।
सर आप एंड करो वरना बात खींचते
ओके
रहेगा।
ठीक है, ठीक है, ओके, गुड नाइट।
गुड नाइट सर।
ठीक है, ओके, बाय।
गुड नाइट सर।
एंड एक चीज यार, वो ना फीडबैक जरूर भर दिया करो, बिकॉज ऐसा होता है ना कि जैसे तुम लोगों का इवैल्यूएशन होता है वैसे हमारा भी इवैल्यूएशन होता है, ठीक
सर
है?
100 होगा तो हम तो
100
100 देंगे,
100 सर।
आप 100 करवाएंगे सर।
नहीं मतलब मैं ये नहीं बोल रहा हूँ
100
अच्छा भरना
100।
बुरा भरना, जैसा तुम लोगों को लगता है भरना, बट भर देना।
मतलब डेली भरना है क्या सर?
हाँ, डेली भर देना, ठीक है, बिकॉज भैया देखो यार, सिंपल सी चीज है। वैसे तो आई नो कि कोई ऐसी दिक्कत नहीं होती है, ठीक है, बट स्टिल भर देना यार फीडबैक, मतलब थोड़ा वो पता लगता रहता है कि तुम लोगों को समझ आ रहा है नहीं आ रहा है, बिकॉज कई लोग नहीं बोलते हैं, तो
सर जब तक नहीं फिल करेंगे तब तक वो दिखते रहता है पॉपअप, तो बढ़ना ही पड़ता है
अच्छा
पोर्टल पे।
चलो ठीक है, बढ़िया फिर तो।
हेलो
चलो
सर।
ठीक है,
मतलब
ओके,
फर्स्ट क्लास
हेलो
ऐसा
सर।
होगा जिसमें सारा 5 स्टार मिलेगा, जितने लोग हैं उतने तो देंगे ही।
हेलो
अरे
सर।
सर
चलो
गुड
खाना
मॉर्निंग
खा
सर।
लो यार, रात को
चलो
12
ठीक है यार, ओके, गुड नाइट,
ठीक है सर, गुड नाइट।
ठीक है।
अरे भाई सोए तुम तो जाओ अभी घर।
हेलो